With the Holy Spirit Fathers Club, it is Holy Spirit versus Kingsway. Nick Costco alongside Steve Parker, giving you the action as always, and we are ready to go. Holy Spirit 3-3, Kingsway 3-3. Both teams fighting for their respective playoff positioning as the season is coming down to a close. The last couple weeks of the regular season here in the month of October. Kingsway in South Jersey Group 5, Holy Spirit in non-public 2. Kingsway will kick off to begin things here tonight, and Holy Spirit will receive going right to left. Nicholas Tanzola to kick off for the Kingsway Dragons. The run-up, and we are underway. It's a squib kick. It'll bounce to the 35-yard line. Fumble picked up by Murray. He'll break one tackle. He'll get forward, and he is dropped at the 41-yard line, and we will get things started for Holy Spirit at their own 41, 1st and 10.
Yeah, could you say a couple 3-3 teams, Nick? Holy Spirit scored some more points, but Kingsway does have a couple shutouts. So interesting to see defensively what happens. The only common opponent is Washington Township, which we saw Holy Spirit score a lot of points against a couple weeks ago, where I believe Kingsway won 14-0 over the same opponent.
Kingsway does have a stout defense led by middle linebacker Dennis Lee, the 5'9", 190-pound senior, and he's out there, of course, patrolling the defense as Cohen comes out under center here on 1st and 10 from the 40. And we're going to get a false start right off the bat on the center. That's Javion McGee. He picked up the ball. No one was ready. And already a sloppy start for the Spartans.
Yeah. Yep. The center said, wait a minute, it was on 2. I moved it on 1. Let's try this again.
They'll back up 1st and 15 from the 35-yard line. 11:55 remaining here, first quarter. Cohen, beg your pardon, direct snap to Elijah Gray in the backfield. He'll get forward for about 3 yards on the play, back up to the 38-yard line, and it's going to be 2nd and 12 for the Spartans.
First thing I see, Nick, is you see Kingsway had like 8 guys within 3 yards of the line of scrimmage. Looks like they're going to dare Holy Spirit early here to throw the ball over the top, as they had both the corners up. They had one safety in the middle and just a couple guys a couple yards off the line of scrimmage. Again, this time, as you say, there's again
Cohen's down the game. It's Gray taking another direct snap on 2nd and 12. He's going to run to his right side, bounces off one man, tries to dive forward, and he'll get back to the original line of scrimmage about another yard as well, up to the 39-yard line, and it's going to be 3rd and 11. Actually, Trevor Cohen has not been out on the field the first 2 plays of the game, and he's still not out there. Got to wonder what's going on. We saw him warming up on the sideline pregame. And he's right down there, Steve, to my right.
Yeah, he looks like he's fine. Just some, I guess, set they put in. They thought they could run the ball here, and Kingsway's sort of daring him to try to run against his defenses. This time they're spread out a little bit more. 3rd and 10 from the 40-yard line. Under 11 minutes to play, first quarter. Gray takes a direct snap again, fakes, now looking to throw. He's going to pop up in the air. It's called. Running in stride to the 40, 35, 30, 25, and dropping at the 20, but the ball is out, and Kingsway has recovered. Owen Gresham was running free down the field. He fumbles, and the Dragons have it at the 16-yard line, just like that. A big play results in a turnover, and Kingsway takes over with 10:36 remaining here in the first quarter. Really a well set up play by Holy Spirit. They ran twice with Gray. That time he ran a couple yards toward the line of scrimmage, stepped up almost like a little jump pass right down the middle of the field. She should make the completion. Good gain, unfortunately. Fumbled at the end. Good play for Holy Spirit. Did not end in a good result, though, and Kingsway gets first chance here at their own 22.
Beautiful setup there by Gray, and Gresham makes his biggest play of the season. This is Mayers under center for the Dragons. Handoff left side goes to Odom, and he goes nowhere. Lost about 2 yards on the play, back towards the 15-yard line, and it's going to be 2nd and 12. Holy Spirit wearing the all navy blue uniforms tonight with the gold numbers and white trim along with the gold helmets. A couple players wearing the pink socks as well for Breast Cancer Awareness Month. And for Kingsway, wearing the white jerseys, black pants, black helmets. They have red trim, red numbers, and of course the the black outline for the numbers as well. 2nd and 12 now from the 15-yard line. 10 minutes to go, first quarter. Mayers under center takes the snap. He's going to hand off up the gut to Odom, trying to get forward. He got about a yard back to the original line of scrimmage, and they'll give him a little bit more forward progress. It'll be 3rd and 10 now from the 16-yard line. So far the Holy Spirit front 7 doing their part. after the early turnover. There's a
looked like a mod bound. Excuse me, that came in off the edge that time and almost disrupted that handoff deep in the backfield. They do a lot of penetration so far, Holy Spirit, defensively.
Mod Brown has started the defensive end position this season after converting from corner last year. Mayor's under center again on 3rd and 10 from the 16-yard line. Takes the snap. He's going to fake it to the right side. Rolling now. Looking downfield to throw. Avoids one man. Still looking. Fires it downfield. And it is caught running out of bounds at the 32-yard line. Nice grab there by Nate Mayers. Hit the brother. And he gets the first down. They ruled out a catch.
They're rolling it out of bounds, I believe. Wow. Looked like it was good to me, but they said no catch.
The initial referee ruled it a catch, and they're actually going to rule this incomplete. Did not get a foot in bounds. And it will be 4th and 10 now for the Dragons. So a bit of a surprise there. Yeah, you had about half the field moving up for the first down, and then the referee said, "Hey, go back." Still punt it. This one skyrocketed towards the 45-yard line. Brown to return from his own 43, got to the 40, now to the 35. Cutting back to his right, brought down at the Kingsway 31 by a host of Dragons. And Holy Spirit, after the early turnover, is going to get excellent field position after the short punt.
But one of my pet peeves last week is catch the ball in the air. They caught the ball in the air, saved them possibly 20, 30 yards with a roll, plus you got a run back of 10 or 15. So excellent play that time. Always love it when someone catches the ball in high school football on a punt.
That was Steve Mayers on the punt, so all the Mayers brothers getting some action here early on. And now we have a official timeout. They had to get the tee off the field. That was the tee from the opening kickoff. They haven't taken it off yet. 1st and 10 for Spirit from the Kingsway 31-yard line. Cohen in the gun. And we're going to get another false start. Just some miscommunications as now Cohen taking his first snaps of the ball game. And they're going to back him up 5 yards. Another false start in Holy Spirit. The second already in as many drives.
Yeah, they're kind of penalties that really drive the coach batty. They're just discipline penalties. You just have to hold your water and make sure you're on the right snap count.
1st and 15 back at the 36-yard line. Still in Kingsway territory. Cohen in the shotgun. Fakes it. Now he'll throw. Caught by Stewart to the 25. Goes up to the 20. He gets to the 15, to the 10, to the 5. Touchdown, Holy Spirit. Elijah Stewart punches it in. And the Spartans strike first. With 8:47 remaining here in the first quarter. 6-0 Holy Spirit.
Real good throw that time, as you said. Cohen stepped up, found him streaking across the middle of the field. Took it right in, used his speed, get to the outside, easy touchdown.
Newman on for the extra point for the Spartans. So a turnover on the first drive. This time they punch it in, starting this one at the Kingsway 36-yard line. Now we get more whistles. And we're getting an encroachment on Kingsway, so move it up half the distance. Newman on for the extra point. Snap, hold, kick on the way, and it is good. 7-0 Holy Spirit. 8:47 remaining here in the first quarter. And now Kingsway will get a shot to tie things up after the Elijah Stewart touchdown for the Spartans.
Yeah, real good throw, you said, from Cohen to Stewart there as he streaked across the middle of the field, hit him right in stride. Stewart made a good cut to the outside, got to the corner of the end zone in front of the Kingsway defender.
That is the 4th touchdown reception for Stewart on the year for the young sophomore. And that is Cohen's 8th touchdown pass. Gotta like the start from Holy Spirit, Steve, especially after the turnover. That opening drive, they started with Elijah Gray taking the direct snaps out of the shotgun, a little bit of a wildcat look, and he gets in one of those pop passes to the tight end, Owen Gresham, the senior. He was streaking downfield before the ball popped out, and then the defense comes up big for the Spartans, as if that turnover never happened, and just like that, it's 7-0 Holy Spirit.
Yeah, and I'll tell you what, really the first two plays, Elijah Ray ran the ball, didn't get anything at all, but really set it up nice as he came up. He said, took a couple steps toward the line of scrimmage, threw a real nice pass. Unfortunately, it was fumbled, but then the defense did the job, as you said, short field. And Cohen comes in and throws the ball right on the money. Great catch and run by Stewart. Good 7-0 lead here at 8:47 of the first period for the Spartans.
Newman a kick. Yeah, Collins back to return. on the far side and Lee on the near side. Newman will kick this one deep. This will be Odom from the 10 up to the 20. 25, finding some blockers up to the 30, crossing the 30 up to the 34-yard line. And the running back, Alex Odom, gets forward. And the Kingsway Dragons will have decent field position in their own territory on this next drive.
They tried the first possession to run the ball up the middle without any success at all. They did have a little sprint option here, and they threw a pass which just rolled out of bounds. They did find a receiver, but there's still a lot of pressure from the interior of that Holy Spirit defensive line.
Be 1st and 10 now for the Dragons. Their own 33-yard line going left to right. They trail 7-0 with 8:40 to go here in the first quarter. Mayers in the shotgun, takes the snap. He is back to throw. Pressure coming. Rolling to his right. Throws it out. Now it is caught by Steve Mayers, his older brother. And he slides forward for about a 3-yard gain, maybe 2. And they're officially going to give him 3 as he slid down, gave himself up at the 36-yard line. 2nd and 7 now for the Dragons.
And I'm assuming since both Mayers are juniors that they're twins.
I would think so. I think I took a wild guess as to whether he was older. Let's just say he's older because he is 6'1".
There you go.
Nate Mayers, the other brother out there as well, he was the one who we thought caught the football before. 2nd and 7 now for the Dragons at their own 36. Mayers will hand off right side, and getting forward and tackled by a host of defenders goes Zach Schneider, big fullback. And he is dropped for about a gain of 3 on the play, maybe 4.
And while we're talking about the Mayers, he said Nate Mayers is a freshman. He's also a backup quarterback. So 3 brothers within a couple years there in the program. Looks like very good athletes, too.
Be 3rd and 5 now for Holy Spirit from the 37-yard line. Beg your pardon, 38-yard line. 2 receivers left, 1 to the right. Mayers in the shotgun here. Takes the snap again, fakes once, now rolling to his left. Looking to run, he'll throw. That one is caught for a 1st down. Nice grab there by Elias Collins. He crosses the 45-yard line up to the 47, and it's a 1st and 10, fresh set of downs here for Kingsway.
Yeah, good throw by Mayers there as he's going to his left. It's hard for that right-hander, but he did a nice job of scoring his shoulder, put it right where it had to be. Easy pickup for 1st down there.
They'll break the huddle, 1st and 10. Kingsway at their own 46-yard line. 6:50 and counting to go first quarter. Receiver to each side. Odom's in the backfield with Mayers. Mayers now comes up from the shotgun up to the line now, changing the play. Under center now. Mayers takes the snap, fakes to his left, now rolling, still rolling, just gets it away, and it is incomplete. Intended receiver, his brother Nate Mayers. And it'll be 2nd and 10 for Kingsway.
Real good pressure at time by Holy Spirit there. A lot of pressure off the edge by Michael Weaver, 31. The sophomore defensive back came in on a blitz and did a nice job of pressuring him and made him throw the ball, I think, a little bit before he wanted to.
2nd and 10 now for Kingsway. 6:32 remaining here in the first quarter. Kingsway going left to right. Mayers getting a call from the sideline.
It's blocking the entrance for the ambulance into the field. We need you to move your car. Blue Toyota Camry.
Dragons taking their time coming out of the huddle. Odom's the running back in the I formation. Schneider in the backfield. Mayers goes in motion. Now Mayers takes the snap and he's going to hand off up the gut. That's Schneider going forward for about a half a yard. Not much. They might not give him anything. And it'll be 3rd and 10 now for the Dragons. Their own 46-yard line.
Yeah, the Drinks did a real nice job getting low, getting right off. They tried that trap, that fullback trap, but he was not fooled. He slanted down from his outside position, made the tackle right in the hole.
Seems like every time Kingsway throws the football too, Mayers is rolling out to either side. He's not dropping straight back in and sitting in the pocket.
Yeah, I don't have a lot of confidence in pass protection, so trying to get him outside.
He comes down the shotgun, 3rd and 10, under 6 minutes to play in the first quarter. They trail 7-0. Mayers back to throw, looking, still looking, throws over the middle. That one is incomplete, into the dirt, looking for Nate Mayers. Would have been short of the sticks anyway, and it is now 4th and 10.
Yeah, he had time at actually pretty good protection that time. He's got a little nervous feet there though from the early pressure, and he was moving. Really didn't get set when he threw that ball, and that's why he threw it 5 yards short, I think.
They had the offense out there, but now they are going to punt, so Steve Mayers comes on to punt.
Bad snap.
The bad snap way over his head, back towards the 20-yard line. Has to get rid of it. He's just going to fall down at the 20. And just like that, bad snap, Steve Mayers falls on it, and a turnover on downs for the Dragons. And Holy Spirit's going to take over 1st and 10 from the 20-yard line right in the red zone. 5:35 remaining first quarter, and they lead 7-0.
Yes, it's a sudden change here. So where coaches like to go up top, little play action or something, pass the ball, try to get the defense while they're still a little bit upset because of the turnover. Let's see if Holy Spirit does that.
1st and 10 now for the Spartans from the 20-yard line of Kingsway. Got 2 receivers left, one to the right. Cohen comes down the shotgun, Gray in the backfield with them. Cohen hands off up the gut to Gray, looking for some running room. Bounces off a couple guys, going forward to the cross the 15-yard line, down to the 10-yard line, and he gets forward even more for another Holy Spirit first down. That's a Facenda Law first down. Make sure to visit them at facendalaw.com. 1st and goal now for Holy Spirit.
And that's a typical Elijah Gray run there. He got about 3 yards for first contact, got another 7 yards after contact. Very strong individual.
Cohen in the shotgun, 1st and goal from the 9-yard line. Got whistles on the field. And waiting to be a timeout for Kingsway. With 5:12 remaining first quarter, Holy Spirit leads 7-0, and they're knocking on the door for another score. And so far, Holy Spirit has been taking advantage of the short fields that Kingsway has given them.
Yeah, they absolutely have. We talked about that run there by Elijah Gray. We talked about the great pass going through on the touchdown, and they're in a position here to put another quick touchdown on the board. And you get a couple scores early in the game, it makes other teams think about it. They try to do some things offensively, they might not. And we'll have to see what happens here as Holy Spirit looks like they're getting ready to go in for another score.
Comedy Christmas show held right here at the school. By purchasing a ticket,
It's time now to remind you of some of our sponsors. Each week, the Holy Spirit player of the game will receive a special sandwich from Mad Dog Morgan. The presentation will be made at the Mad Dog Morgan food truck in the parking lot of Ed Burns Stadium following the game. They are also located at the Walk in Atlantic City 7 days a week.
And our previous winners were Ahmad Brown Eastern, Patrick Smith and Devin Lee Camden Catholic, Elijah Stewart against Hamilton, Tom Finan against Washington Township, and Elijah Gray against St. A's.
On 1st and goal, Cohen takes. He's going to fake and roll to his left, looking for some running room to the 5, crossing near the goal line, and he is just short down at the 1. 5 minutes to go and counting here in the first quarter. It'll be 2nd and goal now from the 1-yard line for Holy Spirit.
Real good play by Cohen there. A lot of young quarterbacks will take that and they'll hesitate a little bit. He made his mind up. He's going to run. Got the positive yards. Real nice job of getting into the end zone. Good athlete for a sophomore.
2 receivers right, 1 to the left. Gray in the backfield in the pistol behind Cohen in the shotgun. Takes the snap. Hands off up the middle to Gray, and he's in for the touchdown. Somersaults forward, and it is 13-0 Holy Spirit with 4:33 remaining here in the first quarter.
Yeah, I don't think there's any surprise to anybody in the stadium that Elijah Gray was getting that ball from the 1-yard line. He did what he does. He just ran right through the tackle into the end zone.
The 8th touchdown of the year for Elijah Gray on the ground. Now the sole leader on the team, as Patrick Smith also had 7 rushing touchdowns. Newman on for the extra point. Snap is low, kick is on the way. It's a bullet, and it is good. 14-0 Holy Spirit on top with 4:33 remaining here in the first quarter. Holy Spirit taking advantage early of the Kingsway miscues.
I'll tell you, Nick, while we got a minute here, I was fortunate to run into former coach Lou Paludi. Lou Paludi came from Temple and actually was the one to turn this program around when they first came over here back in the day with Fred Dalzell and Steve Brady and Ed Gann and those guys. They went on to win a couple state titles, and he's had some medical issues. He's feeling much better. He and another coach, Frank Finnerty, were out the other day, and I just want to say hello to him. I mean, Lou Paludi absolutely put this football program on the map.
Well, we send him our well wishes, as always, of course. Spear will be kicking off now right to left. 4:33 remaining here in the first quarter. I just want to remind you that this is the Calvi Electric Game of the Week, Holy Spirit versus Kingsway, produced by Prime Events on 97.3 ESPN in association with the Holy Spirit Fathers Club, and we appreciate everything they've done for us throughout this entire season. Programming note, next week we will be doing Williamstown at St. Augustine Prep next Friday night. And St. Joe's Holy Spirit will be on Saturday broadcast around the station as Newman kicks off a squibber to the 30-yard line. And getting up to the 35 goes Javon Arrington on the short pop-up kickoff. And that is where Kingsway will take over 1st and 10 from their own 36.
Thanks for that program note. I just found that out. I'm looking surprisingly.
An additional programming note. So we are doing Williamstown at St. Augustine Prep next Friday at 6 p.m. And then Saturday, I believe that the game starts at noon between St. Joe's and Holy Spirit at St. Joe's. It'll be Mike Gill calling the game for that one. I will be up at Rutgers University. I will be up, but obviously Steve and I will be giving you Williamstown and St. Augustine Prep next Friday, and we'll keep you updated on the Holy Spirit St. Joe's programming known as I'll be up at Rutgers University doing some Rutgers wrestling for Big Ten Network Plus. 1st and 10 from the 36. Mayers in the shotgun for Kingsway. Takes the snap, and he's going to hand it off left side to Odom, trying to get away from about 5 defenders. He goes nowhere. Gets back to the original line of scrimmage, and it's going to be 2nd and 10.
Hands off to Alex Odom, number 8.
Yeah, they're just those are offense against the HC. You remember too. Then he threw the ball a couple times, but they try to grind it out. And Holy Spirit's defensive front's been an outstanding job at this point. They have not been able to move the ball on the ground at all.
Man, the one game you and I saw Kingsway live in person, the game against Egg Harbor Township a couple weeks ago. It was 0-0 at halftime. They led 35-0 after the 3rd quarter, but due to one offensive touchdown and then a bunch of turnovers that helped them out on offense as well. Mayers on 2nd and 10 is going to swing it out to the right side. Odom's a halfback pass.
Wide open.
And wide open is Collins.
That's a
straight
touchdown.
down the right sideline to the 20, 15, 10, 5. Touchdown Kingsway. Elias Collins brings this back to a one-possession game with 3:36 remaining in the 1st quarter. 14-6. Kingsway on the board with an explosive trick play.
Good throw by Alex Odom, I believe. Took the pitch, the little pitch pass, and you said Elijah going wide open. Wide open. Just didn't overthrow him, and he didn't. 44. That's a long touchdown pass, and they were completely caught Holy Spirit by surprise at that point.
It looked like a swing pass that Spirit had bottled up, and Odom was in the backfield and just fired that one to a wide open Elias Collins. Tanzola on for the extra points. A wobbler going left, and it is wide right. Snap was bad, and he hooked it to the left, and it will remain 14-6 with 3:36 remaining in the 1st quarter. So we'll go back to that trick play there, Steve. If my math serves me correct, that was a 64-yard touchdown pass for Alex Odom on the trick play, as you saw Mayers swinging out to the right side, and Odom was about to just take off with it, but he was still behind the line of scrimmage, legal to do it, and it was a backwards pass initially from Mayers.
Right.
So he fired it downfield, and Collins had nobody within 10 yards of him.
No, the Holy Spirit defense was completely full there, and obviously we weren't aware of that play either. But Collins, I would imagine, gave a little stalk block where they come out and they just pretend they're going to, and then they take off. But once they did, I mean, it was just a matter of him throwing the ball where he wouldn't, overrun or anything. It was a perfect pass. I mean, he laid it right in his arms, and an easy catch, easy touchdown.
Alex Odom, a 6'1" running back, also plays defensive back on the defensive side for the Dragons. The senior weighs a $195, so that's quite the athlete they have out there. Best all-around player for the Dragons. And it'll be Tanzola kicking off left to right as we're still in the 1st quarter. 3:36 remaining, and Holy Spirit leads this one 14-6. So Kingsway was in an early hole, but a big trick play getting him back into this ball game. Yeah, Brown and Smith on the return here for the Spartans. Brown on the far side, Smith closer to the near side, both staying at their own 12-yard line. Tanzola, the lefty kicker, waiting for his team's alignment. And here is the run-up. He's going to bounce this one up into the front, bounce to the 40 to the 35. It's a loose ball. And who's got it? Scramble for the football. Kingsway might have it. They might have fallen on it.
They said he did.
Murray missed it for the Spartans, and it's Kingsway football. And Kingsway, just like that, trailing by 2 possessions, is now in Holy Spirit territory at their 30-yard line, 30 yards away from the end zone, trailing by 8. I would say at this point, if they score a touchdown, they might go for 2 to tie the game up right here. They're right back into it.
I'll tell you what, though, what a nice kick by Tanzola. He got top of the ball, had that ugly bounce you get with a football sometimes, took a funny hop, and good hustle that time as they were able to get on. As you said, 30 yards, a chance to tie the score with a 2-point conversion.
We had 3 Kingsway Special teamers recover the football or fall, and they all ran to the sideline, so no clear recovery, but it is Kingsway football. Mares on 1st and 10 looking to throw. Wide open again. Backwards throw over to the 20-yard line, to the 15, to the 10, to the 5. Touchdown, Kingsway. It is Steve Mares.
Yes, it was.
And Kingsway, just like that, cuts the lead 14-12. They're a 2-point conversion away from tying the ball game up here in the first quarter.
Unbelievable.
You saw Nate Mares roll to his right, threw it to the backside, off balance, and Mares was there and used the speed down the left sideline, and just like that, Kingsway will go for 2 here to tie the game up. You have Odom now, the running back, taking the direct snap. He'll take it, and he's going to hand it off to the left side. This is Collins going. He's going to go nowhere. That play was blown up by the Holy Spirit defense back at the 7-yard line. Good job there by Devin Lee. First one in on the tackle. And the 2-point conversion is no good. C.J. Egri also in on the tackle. And it remains 14-12 with 3:21 remaining in the first quarter. So, Steve, I mean, we thought we were in for a runaway train here for Holy Spirit, but Kingsway has clawed right back into it with 2 touchdowns on 2 plays.
The Mares had something to do with it.
just a bit. You got the one throwing the football, and you have 2 catching it, and Steve also is the punter.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, it was really
he made up for his little gaff with the snap, and also he had the fall down on that last punt.
I'll tell you what, they're 2 really good ball fakes. That they've got guys wide open behind this Holy Spirit secondary. Remember, that's the problem they had early in the year. In their first ball game, they had a lot of guys getting behind their secondary. It seemed to correct it, but they really bit on the play fake that time. And as you said, Kingsway took advantage of it, brings the score to 14-12, 3:21 still left in the first period.
Scoreboard update for you in the Johnson's Popcorn scoreboard. Millville leads Atlantic City 6-0. Glad you're with us. Nick Costco alongside Steve Parker giving you the Cali Electric Game of the Week. Holy Spirit against Kingsway. Kingsway has clawed back into it. Tanzola hits a line drive kick to Patrick Smith to the 20-yard line, up to the 25, coming to his left to the 30. Cutting back up to the 35, now through the middle to the 40. Still going to the 45. Breaking tackles crossing midfield, and he's dropped at the Kingsway 49-yard line. What a return there by Patrick Cheek Smith.
Well, just what they needed, too. Something to get him back to momentum after Kingsway tried to take it away from him.
The Holy Spirit will officially have the ball at the 49-yard line with 1st and 10. They lead 14-12. They are 14-0, and Kingsway has answered back with a touchdown and a recovery on the kickoff, and then a one-play drive for a touchdown. Cohen fakes it on 1st and 10. He is going.
Got him in.
Juan Stewart inside the 20. He makes the catch inside the 10-yard line. Elijah Stewart down to the 6. What a throw, what a catch. 1st and goal for Holy Spirit. 3:02 remaining here in the first quarter.
Boy, what a throw, though. Dropped that right in the bucket. Defender was not bad position, but a perfect throw by Cohen there. As you said, Stewart made the catch. Again, Holy Spirit's knocking on the door.
Right in the breadbasket. Ball spot at the 7-yard line. Beg your pardon, 1st and goal at the 8. Cohen in the shotgun takes the snap. Handoff goes to Smith to the left side. He is tackled in the backfield back to the 11-yard line. Good play there. First in there was Namar Winfrey, the defensive end.
Yeah, looked a little bit disjointed on that snap there. I know the snap came a half second early. Some of the offensive linemen did not get off the ball in time.
The 2nd and goal now back at the 10. They gave him enough forward progress. So Elijah Stewart, a touchdown, a big reception. 2nd and goal now for Spirit. Cohen fakes it to the right side. Now we're going to run to his left, cutting up to the 5. Still running forward, and he's down to the 1-yard line again. The 2nd time Cohen has tried to take it himself. He's dropped to the 1, and it'll be 3rd and goal.
Real nice run there, but he paid the price at the 1 there. He really took a shot. Young Stockport. I'll tell you what, he doesn't show any fear.
Took a shot right in the back. He's in the shotgun again. Smith behind him. 3rd and goal from the 1-yard line. 2 receivers left, 1 to the right. Cohen fakes it, throws, caught!
Oh, nice catch.
Touchdown! Elijah Stewart, his 2nd one of the ball game, and it's 20-12 with 1:41 remaining here in the first quarter. We've had a wild one so far, Steve.
I'll tell you what a catch by Elijah Stewart. The pass a little bit behind him, showed good concentration, reached back, caught it with his hands, pulled it in for the touchdown. As you said, his 2nd catch of the game.
A couple scoring updates for you. St. Augustine Prep 7-0 over Cherokee, and Pleasantville and Buna are scoreless after the first quarter. Snap, hold, kick on the way, and it is good. No, I beg your pardon, it's no good. It went wide right.
No good.
The ball hooked. It hooked around the right crossbar, then went down the middle, and Newen just pulled that one. 20-12 now your score. 1:41 remaining here in the first quarter. So after Kingsway clawed right back into it in a flash, Holy Spirit goes right down the field again. Again, Steve, with that short field, they started that drive. All 3 touchdown drives for Holy Spirit tonight have started in Kingsway territory.
Yeah, that's, the short field's always good. It makes it a lot easier to score, obviously.
Odom will be the return man on the near side, and Collins on the far side. They're both staying at the 10-yard line as Newman's getting ready to kick it off. Again, Steve, we thought we were in for a blowout here with Holy Spirit rolling early, but Kingsway has fought their way back into it. And now Holy Spirit answers. We have a really big-time back-and-forth affair here tonight. Newman will kick off right to left. We're still in the first quarter. 1:41 to play. Newman, pooch kick. And this will be returned from the 30-yard line up to the 35. And getting dropped at the 37-yard line of Kingsway is Schneider. So Kingsway will have 1st and 10 in their own territory at the 37, going left to right. And let's see what Ben Mayers and company can do on this drive.
Yeah, 32 points scored. We still got a minute 36 left in the first period here. This is getting to be one of who gets the ball last night win this game.
Could be.
Defenses haven't really stopped anybody. If I guess I'm Kingsway, I keep throwing the ball because that's been their success. Play action pass. And again, Holy Spirit's got everybody within 7 yards of the line of scrimmage. Look at it, now 5.
Mayers in the shotgun on 1st and 10, takes the snap, handoff right side goes to Odom. He's got speed up to the 40, 45, 50, and there goes Alex Odom to the 35-30, cutting back to the 25 and dropped to the 23-yard line of Holy Spirit. Devin Lee in on the tackle, but Alex Odom, a huge run near the red zone, and Kingsway's in business.
Well, that was just too easy as they set the edge there, and he was nobody out there. One guy, the receiver blocked the one defensive back because they were all up again close to the line of scrimmage, and they did not set the corner at all defensively there. Big run by Odom.
1st and 10 now from the 22-yard line. A 51-yard run there by Alex Odom. Mayers coming out under center. Odom in the backfield. Steve Mayers goes in motion right to left. Mayers takes the snap. Handoff goes to Odom. Hit immediately in the backfield. My goodness, Michael Francisco drops Odom at the 25-yard line.
Yeah, Michael Weaver's in there also. The 2 linebackers came right up the middle there, untouched. They almost intercepted the handoff.
It was nearly a sack. It was so fast. That'll drop him a 3-yard loss. Be 2nd and 13 now for Kingsway. Under a minute to play here in the first quarter. 20-12, Holy Spirit. Mayers comes out in the shotgun for Kingsway. Receiver to each side. Odom in the backfield. Mayers takes the snap. Looking at throw. Here comes the pressure. Dumps off a screen. It is incomplete. Odom was wide open, but the pressure came too fast. First one in there on the quarterback hit, Andrew Constantino. Along with Sabri Drinks.
Where they just got to him too, but otherwise that's a touchdown. Again, it was just a little flip screen in the middle of the field. He was wide open. As Holy Spirit has decided they're going to try to come and get him before he gets rid of the ball, because they again had 8 guys in the box within 3 or 4 yards of the line of scrimmage. Only 2 defensive backs. One took one to the corner. Back out of the backfield was wide open in the flat.
Doing these jailbreak blitzes early on. 3rd and 13 for Kingsway.
The problem with that, you better get to him.
They're at the Holy Spirit 25-yard line. Mayers in the shotgun. Receiver to each side, Odom in the backfield. Collins comes in motion. The handoff goes to him on the jet sweep. Cuts up to the 25, and that's pretty much it. He'll get dropped at the 23-yard line of that, and it's going to be 4th and about 12 for Kingsway. And I don't see a field goal unit coming on. They are going to go for it. From here, it'll be about a 40-yard field goal for the Dragons. We have 15 seconds remaining in the first quarter. I think they're going to like to take this one down, and we'll start the second quarter with Kingsway and their 4th down decision. As Mayor just gingerly walks over towards the sideline. They're taking their time, and they will run this clock all the way down. So we have come to the end of the first quarter. An absolute wild one here in Absecon. Holy Spirit, after one, leads Kingsway 20-12. Don't go away. You're listening to the Calvi Electric Game of the Week, produced by Private Events, right here on 97.3 ESPN. Point conversion, and Holy Spirit answered right back, and they are going for a field goal here, Kingsway. This is Chaz Brown for a 4-yard field goal. It's on the way, and it is good. Chaz Brown drills it from 40 yards out. What a kick. And Kingsway cuts the lead 20-15. What a boot on that kid.
Yeah, I'll tell you what.
Tanzo is handling the kickoffs.
Number 26, Riley Robichaud with the field goal at 3 for the Dragons.
We'll correct you. It was Riley Roshaw with the field goal. A roster correction. My goodness, what a boot.
Also, we have an update on the Johnson Popcorn scoreboard. Millville is now up 14-0 Atlantic City in the second period. We talked about St. Augustine's up 7-0 in Cherokee also. And the only other 6 o'clock game we have going on is Pleasantville and Bunin, which is 0-0. Some of the 7 o'clock games are just getting started. In a few minutes, we'll get some scores from you there as soon as we get them.
So Riley Roshaw with the absolute hammer of a leg, 40 yards out, 20-15. Quick update for you on the Johnson's Popcorn scoreboard. EHT has now taken a 6-0 lead over Bridgeton 8 minutes ago in that second quarter. It's be Tanzola to kick off for the Dragons.
You see too many 2015 scores in high school football, do you?
No, not really. You rarely ever see that.
Sounds like a first period basketball score.
This will be a squib kick on the ground, bouncing up, and it's picked up by Gray at the 30-yard to the 35, cutting loose to the 40, and he'll get down to the 45-yard line, and that is where Holy Spirit will set up shop for their next drive as they lead 20-15, 11:47 remaining here in the second quarter.
A lot of short fields here on these kickoffs for both teams. Even to kick it deep, it's been good returns, or they squibbed it, but nobody's had to go a long way because of the fact that after a score, because the kickoffs have not been deep, or if they were, they've been returned.
Cohen comes out in the shotgun on 1st and 10 from their own 45-yard line. Gray in the backfield takes the snap. Handoff goes to Gray up the middle, and he is met by 3 Kingsway defenders. First one in there, the middle linebacker, Dennis Lee, and it'll be about a gain of 1 on the play. Not much. 2nd and 9 now for Holy Spirit.
Yeah, it looks like Dalton Mendelson is also in there. I'll tell you, strong safety. He came up and really wrapped him up also.
Run game not going well tonight for the Spartans so far.
Not at the initial run by Elijah Gray for 10 yards.
The shotgun is Cohen again here on 2nd and 9. Takes the snap. Handoff goes right side to Gray. He met in the backfield immediately back towards the 40-yard line. Oh, boy. Kingsway bringing the heat that time. Shamel Davis with the tackle in the backfield, and they will give Gray progress back up to the 43-yard line, so it will be 3rd and 12 now.
Not very often you see Elijah Gray stopped by one tackler in his tracks, but he got going sideways, never got square, lost all his power, and they did a real good job of wrapping him up.
Cohen will come out in the shotgun on 3rd and 12. Holy Spirit at their own 43-yard line. Gray in the backfield. 2 receivers left, 1 to the right. Cohen takes the snap. Quick throw right side. Incomplete. And he was looking for Haley. It would have been short of the sticks anyway around the 50-yard line. He was trying to look for some running room as well. Just not a throw on target there. And now Holy Spirit is going to be forced to punt. A rare punt for Holy Spirit as they love to go for it on 4th down pretty much anywhere on the field. And they are close to midfield, but a 4th and 12, I think it's time to actually punt here, Steve.
Still surprised. They tried a little different going outside. They've had success throwing the ball down the middle of the field with the slants and the deep post pattern. That time they tried to do something different. And as you said, he just overthrew him a little bit.
Charlie Murray to punt. Snap. Punt on the way.
Good kick.
Returning is Collins, and he'll grab it at the 21-yard line on the left side. Makes one man miss, and he'll be breaking another tackle. Excuse me, this is Odom going to the right side now. He's got to the 25, got the edge to the 30, still going to the 35-yard line, and knocked out of bounds to the 40-yard line, but we have a flag down, and the indication right now is going to be a block in the back, and that will wipe out the nice return there by Odom.
Boy, and I'll tell you what, number 7, Mananson for Kingsway was really upset with his fellow player there because he blocked him in the back after the play was 5 yards in front of him. So it's just unnecessary. It's going to cost some valuable field position. Going to be back somewhere around the 25-yard line.
And that will be a block in the back. Waiting on the spot from the officials. In the game at the 25-yard line.
Kingsway out quickly here as they go right to the line of scrimmage.
So here's Mayers under center. 1st and 10 from the 25-yard line. Steve Mayers goes in motion left to right. He'll be the wingback now up to the tight end. Mayers takes the snap. Handoff goes to the right side. And not much available there for Kingsway.
Yeah, except for the one run where he's able to get the corner, coming left to right on the radio dial there. It was not much of a running game so far for Kingsway. They've done it with the pass.
Be 2nd and 9 now for Kingsway after the gain of 1.
Justin Curcio at that time in on the tackle for Holy Spirit, number 44.
Mayers comes out in the shotgun on 2nd and 9. Ball at the Kingsway 26. He'll take the snap, back to throw. Pressure coming, stepping up now. Looking for some running room, and he's going to be brought down at the 24-yard line. That's going to be a Sacco sub sack.
Yeah, that's not been the forte for them. They have not been able to pass block. They've got to roll or pitch or something to get outside because there's been a lot of pressure from an interior line and linebackers from Holy Spirit. Good job with the pass rush again.
Marcus Lewis with the sack for Holy Spirit, and it's going to be 3rd and 11 from the 24-yard line for Kingsway. Mayers breaks the huddle. Odom back in the game as the lone tailback. Mayers under center. 8:49 to go in the second quarter. Mayers coming. He is brought down for a huge sack. Devin Lee on that one for another Sacco sub sack. Back to the 10-yard line. Huge loss, and it's 4th and long.
Yeah, again, Holy Spirit's not disguising it. They're just sending everybody. They had 2 big defensive backs. Everybody else in 5 yards, bringing guys off the edge, and you're going to have to throw the ball quickly. You're not going to have time to throw it deep, and real good job by the defense, just putting more pressure on than they can handle. Sacked, as you said, all the way back near the 10, about 11-yard line.
4th and 25.
Remember last time that one happened on the snap too on a punt.
Steve Mayers to punt, and the snap almost goes over his head. He will get off a punt, a short line drive kick. It'll bounce to the 35-yard line, and Holy Spirit's going to stay away from it as it rolls. Takes a friendly Kingsway bounce up to the 44-yard line, and you said get away, Steve. There, my Brown and Devin Lee, a couple of guys were doing there. Yeah, I don't know why they were
run to the sideline.
When you yell poise, that means just get away from the football.
But no harm there. They're going to get the ball, as you said, at the Kingsway 44-yard line with a short field. 8:03 left, 20-15 lead for Holy Spirit here in the second quarter.
8:03 remaining in the second quarter. 1st and 10 for Holy Spirit at the Kingsway 44-yard line. They lead 20-15. Cohen in the shotgun takes the snap. Handoff goes to Stewart up the gut, and that's Smith bouncing across another couple tackles, still moving across the 30-yard line. I don't know how Patrick Smith was able to bounce off 5 defenders. That's a first down to the 27-yard line of Kingsway. That's a Facenda Wall first down.
I'll tell you, a real good run that time by Patrick Smith. As you said, he broke a couple tackles, was able to get that big first down for him.
Cohen in the shotgun again, Smith in the backfield. 1st and 10 from the 26. He takes the snap, handoff goes to Smith to the right side, hitting the backfield, and it'll be dropped at the 30-yard line. First one in there was Shimel Davis again, and that's going to be loss of about 3 yards in the play. They're going to give him forward progress to the 29-yard line, so it'll be 2nd and 12.
Couple quick updates. Egg Harbor Township, Bridgeton 6-6, and Pleasantville has taken a 7-0 lead over Buna.
Cohen in the shotgun on 2nd and 12, fakes the handoff, throws over the middle. That one's caught by Haley across the 20-yard line and getting dropped at the about 19-yard line. About 3rd and 2 coming up now for Holy Spirit.
Yeah, they've been very successful for that slant and that quick skinny post, they call it, down the middle of the field there. That time he used the ball fake to hold the linebacker. Real good throw again by the young sophomore.
3rd and 2 from the 18. Cohen in the shotgun, 2 receivers left, 1 to the right, Smith in the backfield. Cohen hands off. This is Smith up the gut to the 15, bringing a tackle to the 10, to the 5. Touchdown, Holy Spirit! Patrick Cheek Smith punches it in from 18 yards out, and it's 26-15. Holy Spirit on top with 6:32 remaining here in the second quarter.
Yeah, Patrick Smith has a different ability, obviously, than Elijah Gray. Elijah Gray just bulls run through. Patrick Smith, like slithers. It looked like they have a tackle, and they just can't get a good shot at him.
It slips away, then he turns on the Jets.
Real good run that time by Patrick Smith, as you said, an 18-yard run for the touchdown.
Newman on for the extra point. He's 2 of 3 tonight. Snap, hold, kick is on the way, and it is good. 27-15. Patrick Newman nails the extra point. 6:32 remaining in the second quarter. Holy Spirit back up to a 2-score lead.
And again, now we have a chance that we can go over the scores on the Johnson Popcorn scoreboard. St. Augustine's has a 7-0 lead on Cherokee. Millville 14-0 over Atlantic City. Pleasantville has just been tied by Buna, is now 7-7 that game. Egg Harbor Township, Bridgeton are 6-6. Those are scores we have on the Johnson Popcorn scoreboard so far tonight.
Also want to remind you that during every broadcast, Bunting Family Pharmacy will turn the spotlight on a Holy Spirit cheerleader. Bunting Family Pharmacy is the local pharmacy that brings the pharmacy to you. Bunting Family Pharmacy, 1337 New Road in Northfield. Phone them at 609-484-0026 or online at buntingfamilypharmacy.com. We'll reveal the cheerleader of the week a little while later. Steve will do the honors as Newman getting set to kick off to the Dragons. 6:32 remaining in the second quarter. 27-15. Holy Spirit will kick this one deep. This will be returned by Collins from his own 13-yard line. He'll run to his right, laterally to the 20. Gonna get tripped up, and he'll get dropped to the 22-yard line. Good job there by Jack Sella, the senior. How about that? Jack Sella made a nice play on special teams. And he's pretty good on the basketball court there, Steve, and he reached out. He has a long wingspan. He reached out, a little shoestring tackle right there.
Hey, it all counts. All you got to do is get him on the ground. Millville's up this lead to Atlantic City to 22-0 now in the second period on the Johnson Popcorn scoreboard.
Good to see Sella, who's one of the backup wide receivers and defensive backs. Good to see him make a nice little special teams tackle there. And here comes Mayors now with the Kingsway offense. They'll have 1st and 10 from their own 23-yard line. He's in the shotgun here. 6:25 remaining in the second quarter. Mayors takes the snap. Handoff goes right side to Odom. Cutting right to the 25. The 30, 35. First down. Knocked out of bounds at the 37-yard line. Alex Odom put him on the track team with that hurdle.
Seen that in the pros. You don't see too much in high school. The defender was upright. He was in the typical tackle stands there. Broke down, and he just went right over his shoulder. Impressive run.
Boy, that hurt my hamstrings watching him hurdle that high. First and 10 for Kingsway at their own 36.
And the defender never got a glove on him either.
No, he did not. 6 minutes to go here in the second quarter. First and 10 for Kingsway at their own 36-yard line. They trail 27-15. Mayers comes out under center for the Dragons. Takes the snap, toss left. This is Odom again, trying to cut up to the 35, and he'll be met right at the line of scrimmage. There'll be no gain on the play for Odom, 2nd and 10.
Yeah, the difference that time with what they've been doing is Michael Weaver, number 31, set the edge for Holy Spirit. He got up the field, turned that play back in, got the help from the inside of the linebackers and the safeties, where in the past they've been getting hooked out there. They've been getting outside and making good yardage. Good play by Weaver there.
2nd and 10 now for Kingsway at their own 36. And 5:23 remaining here in the second quarter. 27-15, Holy Spirit on top. Kingsway trying to answer that last score. And the shotgun is Mayers. Takes the snap, handoff right side to Odom. He's got speed to the 40, to the 45, 50. And there he goes. You could say goodbye to Alex Odom. He'll go all the way untouched for a touchdown.
Wow.
And Kingsway right back into it. 27-21 with 5:05 remaining here in the first half. A 64-yard touchdown run for Alex Odom. Boy.
Yeah, again, the problem.
Did you see rockets on his heels there? My goodness.
But again, the Holy Spirit is playing everybody up so close to the line of scrimmage, getting a lot of pressure on the quarterback and stuff. But when you break that, it's just like a punt return we talk about, kickoff return. You break that one line, there's nobody there in the next level. And he was able to go untouched, as you said, 64 yards for the touchdown.
How about this? Kingsway trailing by 6. They're going to go for 2 here. Not quite. I mean, I don't get the math here, but
Yeah,
I guess 4 is better than 5.
I don't know how, but
Mayers in the shotgun, trips right. He's going to fire one to the right. It's Collins, and that screen was absolutely blown up by Devin Lee back to the 15-yard line. No chance. It's no good. 27-21 is your score with 5:05 remaining here in the first half. Steve, I really don't understand that. You kick the extra point down.
I'm still looking at the scoreboard. I got my calculator. I can't figure out the math.
I mean, they're down 6. You kick the extra point, which they've made. They already made 1 tonight.
Yeah.
You kick the extra point, and you're down by 5. And then if you score again, a touchdown without any extra points puts you on top.
Exactly.
So correct me if I'm wrong, but
now they'd be on top of one too.
I mean, that's good math by me. I would hope, right?
I don't understand what.
Well, I guess we'll never understand. Sometimes
I guess they figured if they go for 2 there and they get a touchdown and miss the point, they still would have a lead. But I don't know. The kicker just kicked a 40-yarder.
And they'll be. I mean, let's just say they go for 2 there and they score a touchdown and then don't get any extra points. They're up 29-27.
Yep.
They're up by 2. The Holy Spirit can kick a field goal and take the lead.
I got you.
Well.
I don't disagree. The math, it's football math. I don't understand.
Sometimes football math is more complicated than calculus. Johnson's Popcorn scoreboard update. St. Augustine Prep now on top 17-0. Pleasantville and Buna are tied 7-7.
Millville 22, Atlantic City nothing, and Egg Harbor Township and Bridgeton were 6-6.
St. Augustine Prep beating Cherokee right now 17-0. As Tanzola gets set to kick it off right to left. 5:05 remaining in the half. 27-21. Holy Spirit got a good one here in the first half. Tanzola, squib kick on the ground, bounces. They're watching it bounce. It'll be Smith picking it up at the 30-yard line, looking for some running room to the 35. Finds a hole to the 40, 45, 50, 45, 40. There goes Patrick Cheek Smith to the 20, 15, 10, 5. Touchdown, Holy Spirit. Patrick Cheek Smith answers right back. Oh my goodness, 70-yard kickoff return for a touchdown.
Yeah, it was. I'll tell you what, it bounced right around the 30-yard line. He picked it up, so I guess unofficial we're going to call it a 70-yard touchdown run for Patrick Smith. He just got the ball, found the seam, untouched. Patrick Smith, 70 yards for the touchdown. And I'll tell you what, this turned into an arena game. This is right up your alley.
I was just thinking it. You took the words right out of my mouth. This has turned into an arena football game here in the first half, but yet on an outdoor, wider, longer field. Boy, we've got a barn burner in this first half. Talk about excitement. It is 33-21. Holy Spirit, 4:51 remaining in the half. Newman on for the extra point. Snap, hold, kick is on the way, and it is good. 34-21 is your score. Holy Spirit back up by 2 scores, courtesy of the 70-yard kickoff return for a touchdown by Patrick Smith.
I don't know if my score sheet's going to be long enough. Have to go to the back.
I'm going to have to flip it over.
Yeah.
I think this might be a good time to remind you that this is the Cal the Electric game of the week. Holy Spirit versus Kingsway, produced by Prime Events on 97.3 ESPN in association with the Holy Spirit Fathers Club. And we appreciate, of course, all the hospitality all season long from them up here in the press box as running out of time. I believe this is our last home game, Steve, if my memory serves correct.
Correct. It is our last home game. Next week, they, of course, are at St. Joe's to finish out the regular season. And then, except for Lake City Thanksgiving Day game.
That is correct.
But after that, we'll have to see where they are in the playoffs.
We'll see what the playoffs have for the Spartans this year. Right now, they're currently third in non-public 2. They'd be in line to again, it's still shaping up to be a St. Joe's Holy Spirit final, but right now, just due to power points in the UPR rankings, Holy Spirit is number 3 in non-public 2. St. Joe's, of course, still number 1 for you local flavors out here.
Yeah, I saw that UPR. That wasn't like the UPI. It used to be United Press International. What's the UPR? I don't know what that
United Power Ranking.
Okay.
It combines the power points and the strength index.
And the what index?
Strength index. Too much math.
Okay.
Newman's kick goes to Collins at the 15-yard line. Will take it up to the 20. Going to his right to the 25. Met immediately at the 28-yard line by 3 defenders there for Holy Spirit. First there in on the tackle was Eric Roman. And it'll be 1st and 10 for Kingsway, officially at the 28-yard line, 1st and 10, as Spirit leads this one 34-21. Kingsway going right to left. For you folks at home listening, we do have a scoreboard update. Buna now on top, 14-7 over Pleasantville.
So that's a big game, PowerPoint.
That's a very interesting game, considering Pleasantville is standing in Group 2, and obviously Buna is trying to climb the ranks of Group 1 here in South Jersey.
I think it's a division championship possibly game, too. I think they're in the same division, and the records are the same.
Double check that for you. Ben Mayers in the shotgun here, 1st and 10 from the 28-yard line. Takes the snap, and it's going to be a double fake. This handoff goes left side to Schneider, and he's met in the backfield at the 24-yard line. That's going to be a loss of 4. That play was blown up and doomed from the start.
Again, Kingsway's going to try. They're trying to stay with their game plan, but again, there were 9 guys with about a yard line scrimmage. That ball was snapped for Holy Spirit. They are just pressing and coming and saying, hey, you're going to beat us. You got to get rid of the ball over top before we get there to you, which they've done a few times. But if not, it's been a sack or a loss. Like you said, a run for a loss of yardage there, and they did there for 2 or 3 negative yards. 2nd and 14 now for Kingsway, their own 24-yard line. 4:07 remaining here in the first half. They trail 34-21 to Spirit. They'll break the huddle, and Mayers is going to come out in the shotgun again. Takes the snap, going to roll to his right, immediately looking to throw. He'll fire, and it is caught by Collins up to the 35-yard line. And he's going to be short of the sticks. It'll be 3rd and about 4 for Kingsway. I'll tell you what, Mayer threw the ball very well, running hard to his right that time. That was a sprint out. That wasn't like just a little roll. He was sprinting full speed. Got the ball right where it had to be for the receiver to catch it and the defender not to be able to get to it.
Yeah, if he was just jogging, let's just say, Steve, he might have been met by about 3 Holy Spirit defenders.
They're bringing pressure every time. They're wrestling 6-7 guys.
3rd and 4 from the 35-yard line for Kingsway. They trail by 13. 3:13 to play in the first half. Handoff goes up the middle to Odom, and he goes nowhere. Maybe got a yard if they're generous, and they are going to be generous and give him forward progress, so it's going to be 4th and about 2.5, 3.
Now, if you're down 13 points with 3 minutes left and a half, to me,
it's a barn burner. You might have to.
Might have to punt the ball. We have to punt the ball.
Well, they
because you're giving a chance here. It's going to be a 3-point score. You can go into halftime. Collect yourself. You're only down 2 scores. Well, if they don't make it here, it's going to be a big problem.
They disagree with you as Mayers comes out under center on 4th and 3 from the 36. Mayers a quarterback sneak from a long way out.
I think he
might have gotten it. We're going to wait on the spot, but the indication right now that the sticks will be moving for a first down.
Gutsy call. It looks like I don't think anybody saw that coming. I mean, I expect the ball. I thought we were going to big back.
Yeah, I thought we were going to dive to Odom. That's a first down. How about Ben Mayers, a 2.5, 3-yard quarterback sneak?
Very unusual. Good play.
He got up to the 38-yard line. 1st and 10 now for Kingsway. They'll keep the clock moving and also keep the ball away from Trevor Cohen and the Spartan offense. 2:23 remaining in the half.
See if they can take advantage of that big play.
They have 1st and 10 from 38. Mayers in the shotgun. Takes the snap. Handoff left side, Odom, and he's met by about 2 Holy Spirit defenders. A group brought him down at the 39, gained about a half yard or so. Tommy Finan first in there on the tackle for the Spartans. And now we're going to get a timeout. Kingsway will call one with 2 minutes to go in the half. 34-21 Holy Spirit, an absolute wild barn burner here.
Yeah, they changed it. Actually, Holy Spirit called the timeout. I guess they figured they stopped and they might get a chance to score again.
It is 2nd and 9 for Kingsway, so they will try to get another shot here and get the ball back if they can stop him here. Just want to remind you folks that each week the Holy Spirit player of the game will receive a special sandwich from Mad Dog Morgan. The presentation will be made at the Mad Dog Morgan food truck in the parking lot of Ed Burns Stadium following the game. They are also located at the Walk in Atlantic City 7 days a week. I think my early candidate's Trevor Cohen for the nice throws he's made tonight.
You know, that's exactly what I was thinking. I mean, he made a couple big runs down to the 1 yard line, a couple touchdown passes. Big play. Trevor Cohen would be right now a good pick, I believe.
I mean, they've scored every which way. Kickoff return, Elijah Gray rushing touchdown. Cohen's thrown 2 touchdowns. Both were to Stewart. I mean, they've gone all over the place.
Yeah, he scored he also ran the ball to the 1 yard line twice to precede Holy Spirit touchdowns. Also, Trevor Cohen.
Speaking of Elijah Stewart and his nice play tonight, he was the Mad Dog Morgan player of the game back when Holy Spirit faced off against Hamilton in a loss. 2nd and 9 now for Kingsway at the 39-yard line. 2 minutes remaining here in the half. Mayers in the shotgun. He takes the snap, back to throw, looking to throw, fires, and it's caught by Collins. And he'll get tackled at the 44-yard line, and now we have an injured Spartan. I take that back. No injury. Looks like Ahmad Brown that just had a lot of turf in his face mask. He'll pull that out, getting some assistance from the coaching staff, and we have another timeout on the field from Holy Spirit.
Again, aggressiveness by Holy Spirit with 152 left. They have a third and makeable here. They make his first down. They got plenty of time to score, but they're feeling that they can stop him. And I guess they figure if Kingsway doesn't get it here, they're going to go for 4th down. And if they don't make, they'll have a short field. But very unconventional to take time out when you've got a 13-point lead and the other team has the ball in their own territory.
Brown getting his helmet checked out. He had a lot of turf lodged in there, so they're trying to fix it. Maybe also an equipment issue for him as he's walking around without his helmet. So it'll be 3rd and 5 for Kingsway at their own 44-yard line. Also, a quick scoring update. Millville's lead is now 22-2 as Atlantic City has scored on a safety.
I thought maybe it was a shot from the key. Not a three-pointer. Speaking of that real quickly, did you see the Sixers all last night?
Oh, I did, yes.
Well, I'll tell you what, very impressive defensively.
Defensively, very impressive. Still worried about that shooting, but we have a long season to go.
Hey, listen, you shut them down like that, you don't have to score a lot of points.
You can play bully ball for a while. I'll give you that. 3rd and 5 now for Kingsway at the 44-yard line. Approaching midfield, Mayers comes out in the shotgun. 1:52 remaining in the half. He's looking to throw. He is going deep.
Nope. And
it is incomplete. Diving for that one was Collins around the 25-yard line. Just overshot him. And it's now 4th down and 5 for Kingsway.
Good coverage there that time. Step for step. I believe it was a Weaver? Can't quite get his number. Whoever was, a real good positioning. Right on his hip. Ball was where only, away from him, but he still made a great play defensively, stride for stride. Those guys have been getting open, not that time.
Weaver, the initial man on the coverage, the free safety back there for Holy Spirit. And they had the offense out there. Now they're going to change personnel at the last second, so it will be a punting formation here for Kingsway. The clock is stopped at 1:48. Holy Spirit leads at 34-21. 4th and 5 for Kingsway from their own 44. And this will be Steve Mayers punting from his own 33. He gets a line drive kick, and Brown will return it from his own 28. Stumbles a bit. Now he's running backwards to the 20. He gets tripped up. Still breaking tackles. Gets to the 25. Cutting up to the 30-yard line. And he gets all the way back up to the 34-yard line. But now we have a flag. And now a second one comes in by the Holy Spirit sideline. First flag down at the 30 on the far side of the field. And now another one, as we mentioned, near the Holy Spirit sideline around the 35-yard line.
Earlier we saw Alex Odom just hurdle a guy. Then we saw Patrick Smith do a 360 on air. And I'll tell you what, that was a tough move to make going full speed.
Ahmad Brown, I don't know how he does it.
Ahmad Brown, excuse me.
Yeah, I don't know how he does it. He's falling backwards, tripping around. He spins forward, and he got back to almost the original return mark.
I'm telling you, he was coming full speed and did a 360 and kept his balance. That is so hard to do.
We have a holding penalty on Holy Spirit. That's the one that will be accepted, so it'll still be a first down for the Spartans. They're going to back this one up to the 20-yard line, so it'll be 1st and 10 for Holy Spirit. With 1:34 remaining in the half, they lead 34-21, and they have about 80 yards of field to go to try to score another touchdown and add to this lead.
Well, the center of the field, that slant, that skinny post has been open.
They have 2 receivers left, one to the right.
Can't cover
Gray in the
both of them.
backfield, Cohen in the shotgun.
Now they back off a second safety.
On 1st and 10, Cohen looking to throw, swings it left side, got Stewart, hit immediately at the 15-yard line. Elias Collins making up. Beg your pardon, Alex Odom, a huge hit around the 15-yard line. So the running back has got speed and strength on the defensive side as well. 2nd and 15 now, 2nd and 14.
Yeah, Ahmad Brown went up to the receiver and said, listen, that's on me, because he was supposed to block that guy. Didn't get anything of him, and he just came and made a real good tackle.
Yeah, Odom got free and laid the wood on Stewart, who's had a big gain here in the first half. 2nd and 14 for the Spartans. Cohen takes the snap, handoff goes to Gray up the middle. He'll bounce forward to the 24-yard line. He'll get some yards back and then some. And now it's going to be about 3rd and 6 for the Spartans. First down marker about the 30.5-yard line.
The Holy Spirit looks like they're going to do something different. They're letting the clock run because Cohen's all the way here at the sideline.
He's got 1 minute to go in the half.
They look like they're just,
3rd and 5 from the 25. Taking the time, Cohen comes out in the shotgun. He's got Gray in the backfield. 2 receivers right, 1 to the left. Cohen takes the snap. Handoff goes to Gray up the middle. He's got some space at 30. Almost broke free. Gets the first down at the 35 before he's tripped up. Boy, and now the clock will stop to the chains reset, of course.
Now you should see a little more urgency from Holy Spirit.
Oh, my goodness. If he didn't slip and get tripped up there, he was gone. He had a head full of steam. 1st and 10 for the Spartans at the 36. Cohen comes out in the shotgun. 30 seconds remaining in the half. Cohen takes the snap, fakes it, looking to throw, airing it deep. He wants Brown left sideline, incomplete. There was contact from both sides between him and Odom.
The key was Odom got his head around at the end there. Good coverage that time, good positioning.
Overshot Brown as he stopped his route a little short, then tried to make up for it, and he ran into Odom. And then, like I said, contact on both sides. 2nd and 10 now for Holy Spirit.
Something's wrong. We've got only 30 seconds to another touchdown.
We have 21 seconds remaining here in the half. Cohen comes out in the shotgun. 2nd and 10 from the 36. Takes the snap. Handoff goes to Gray left side. Has some space. Following his blockers up to the 45. Crossing up for a first down. Gets close to midfield. Clock stops as the chains reset. And now I think we're going to get a final timeout from Holy Spirit.
He'll move the chains again for the Spartans out to midfield.
Again, Steve, we mentioned the clock management last week against St. Augustine Prep. I'm not really sure what the strategy is here on this drive.
This is where you could have.
They had that.
You could have clocked the ball here and saved the timeout.
Yeah, they had. That was their last timeout of the half. Well, 1st and 10 from midfield. They're a nice Elijah Gray run.
Well, of course, if they make a first down, it'll stop. Otherwise, this is going to probably be the last play of the half.
15 seconds to go in the half. And if you're going to do anything now at this point, Steve, if you're trying to score, you're going to have to throw to the sidelines.
Right.
If you run the football, you really have no chance of stopping the clock unless you spike it.
Patrick Newman's got a good leg, though. I mean, if they get the ball down, I would say about the 20-yard line, I would think they give him an opportunity.
And from there, if they spot at the 20, it'll be about a 37-yard field goal.
37, 38. I think he's got the leg for that.
Does have the leg. Range probably between about 37 and 40, 41 at the most. So we'll see what Spirit's plan is here. They have 2 receivers right.
We know that the Kingsway kicker has 40-yard distance.
We do.
That was good for another 5.
It was. Roshaw drilled that one. Stewart in the slot to the right. Haley split out wide right. Brown split wide left. Cohen comes out in the shotgun. He's got Gray in the backfield with them. Waiting for the restart from the officials. 1st and 10 from midfield for Spirit. 15 seconds to go in the half.
We're surprised they don't Patrick Smith out here in the slot or something, trying to get the ball in space.
They lead 34-21, and Cohen's going to play fake it. Looking to throw. Running to his right now. He's just going to take off and run. Still looking. Now he's going to throw, and it's incomplete. Just threw it away. And now we're going to get a flag, and I believe this is going to be intentional grounding. And I'm not sure if this could be intentional grounding. Steve, he was well out of the pocket, and there was a receiver within the area.
Yeah, he's picking it up.
And I was
going to say, yeah, he was well, and there was a receiver in the area. He was outside the pocket, got the ball back to the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, the only way that's going to be an intentional grounding if it does not go to the line of scrimmage at that point. Because he was about 3 yards from the sideline.
So now with 7 seconds left, it's either got to be ball's either going to be out of bounds or first down. Otherwise, that's the last play of the half.
I think at this point, you would expect a kneel down or a Hail Mary attempt here.
I don't think they're kneeling down. I don't think that's in their vocabulary. I'll be shocked if they do.
2nd and 10 from the 50-yard line. 7 seconds to go in the half. Cohen takes the snap, and he's going to hand it off right to Smith up the middle, and he's going to be dropped behind the line of scrimmage for about a loss of 2 on the play. And with that, we will come to the end of the first half. So at halftime, it is Holy Spirit 34, Kingsway 21. A wild first half. We'll take a break and send it back to the studio with producer Josh Hennig. He'll give you all the updates and scores from around the West Jersey Football League. Make sure to keep it locked here. You're listening to the Calvi Electric Game of the Week right here on 97.3 ESPN, produced by Prime Events. Once again, your halftime score, Holy Spirit 34, Kingsway 21.
Harbor Outfitters is South Jersey's original water sports authority. They have paddle boards, kayaks, surf, foil, and kite, along with electric bikes, scooters, golf carts, and skateboards. Stores in Ocean City, Stone Harbor, and a new mega store in Seaville. Visit them online at harboroutfitters.com. The Holy Spirit High School Fathers Club is holding a car raffle.
It's Cedar Creek. Cedar Creek at 5-2 has given Woodrow Wilson Willingboro their only loss to date. So really big game here for these two as far as power points. One's a 2 and one's a 3, but they're both going to be in the playoffs, obviously. Then we have Hamilton, big game against Eastern, 7-6. Hamilton with the lead in that game. So there's been a lot of games that mean a lot of playoff positioning here. And we're anxious to see what transpires here in the second half, because I got a feeling, Nick, the scoring's not over.
No, I don't think it is either. Newman will kick off to start the second half as Kingsway will receive. Holy Spirit kicking off right to left. The Odom and Collins returning. Of course, you can catch the highlights of this game, the audio highlights. I'll be posting them. You follow me on Twitter at Nick Cosco59, KOSKO. Also follow our station account at 973 ESPN. Of course, our producer back in studio, Josh Hennig. Give him a follow on Twitter at Josh Hennig. Little pooch kick to the 30-yard line, and Newman's kick is going to go out of bounds, and that's not the ideal start here for Holy Spirit as he's looking for the initial return man was going to be Medicine. And he just let that one bounce going out of bounds.
Yeah, that's how they're looking for. And the ball, I think it's 35 or 40 in high school. It might be 40.
Referee spotting it at the 40-yard line currently, and that's going to be great field position for the Dragons to start out here in the second half.
But the Dragons are getting their play over on the sideline, see if they can get back in this ball game with another score here. Get within one, like you said, one score possession, one possession score.
They trail 34-31 at the moment. They'll have 1st and 10 from their own 40-yard line going left to right.
We've had 31-15, 40, 64, 70. There's been some rather long touchdowns today already.
Big touchdowns today, to say the least. And we are now going to re-kick.
Interesting. I guess that's a choice you have.
I'm surprised they made that choice late because everyone was lined up. So we are going to re-kick. So
they
12 minutes still.
40. 5-yard penalty. They're going to kick in.
No, they are going to just push them back now.
I don't know why I'll be honest with you. I don't know why they didn't take the ball to the 40-yard line. We'll see. We'll see if it works out for them.
I mean, they're going to have Odom and Collins back at their own 20-yard line and 25.
Well, if they get the ball past the 40, that's why they did it.
I guess so.
We'll see. See if Holy Spirit chooses to pooch it.
You might even see a pop-up kick here from Newman and just forcing him to call a fair catch.
Even that would probably be about the same distance.
Yeah.
Maybe they may gain a little bit. We'll see what happens here.
He's going to kick off now from their own 35-yard line right to left. And now Odom and Collins are backing up inside their own 20. Newman is going to boot this one now. This will be Collins returning from his own 20. He's going to come up straight ahead to the 25 to the 30, and he's going to be dropped inside the 35. Getting up to the 34-yard line just about. And again, you mentioned you have the ball at the 40-yard line. I know you want a chance for a big return, but it's the start of the half, Steve. I don't know why you wouldn't take the ball at the 40-yard line.
I'd take the ball to the 40-yard line anytime. It's hard to believe that's what they decided to do, but
I mean, you're starting your possession at the 40. Well, now they're going to start at the 35 officially.
that's not bad. But
No, it's not bad, but you would like those extra 5 yards.
I guess they figured they might be able to break one.
I guess so. They do have the Speedy Collins and, of course, the big-time player Alex Odom back there returning.
And there certainly has been a lot of big plays in this game, so I understand that.
It's been a game of big plays. 1st and 10 now for Kingsway at their own 35-yard line. Mares comes out under center's got Schneider and Odom in the I formation. Odom's the tailback. Mares takes the snap. Handoff left side goes to Odom. Cutting back to his right to the 40. To the
He's coming.
40.
He's going.
There goes to the 45 to the 50. And there goes Alex Odom again to the 30. He's to the 20, 15, 10, 5. Touchdown, Kingsway. One play, one score. The Dragons are back into it.
65 yards. Wow.
Well, I guess electing to re-kick worked out for the Dragons.
Yeah, it would have only been a 60-yard run. Instead, it was 65.
He's just padding the stats now. They're getting a little greedy there. And after that, it is now 34-27, 11:38 remaining here in the third quarter. One play, one score. The second time tonight that has happened for Kingsway.
Okay, they're only going for one this time. Being down 7, I like that.
They do have Riley Roshaw, who's the kicker for the 40-yard field goal. He's the new kicker on the extra points, and he'll knock that one through. He actually fell down. Oh, he missed it.
Wow, looked good from here. Must have been wide right.
That one went so high, it was over the right upright. And again, this is amazing me why they don't have these uprights about 5 feet higher. That would have knocked off the top.
They only get them. They got extensions on there.
That's one of those ticky-tacky no good. So they'll rule that one no good.
Official's right under, though, and he gave an immediate call, so you got to believe it was wide right.
Wow, no good. He was confident he made it too. And official immediately said, "No, you didn't." 34-27 with 11:38 to go in the third quarter. Kingsway trails by 7.
And with the score 34-27, Holy Spirit would like to take this time to present you the Bunning Family Pharmacy Cheerleader of the Week. This week, Holy Spirit's Cheerleader of the Week is Sheila Hennigan. Sheila has been a member of the cheerleading squad all 4 years at Holy Spirit High School. She was previously captain of the JV team and now serves as captain of the varsity squad. Sheila rode crew for 2.5 years at Holy Spirit High School and currently serves as vice president of the Science Club. Sheila volunteers her time coaching the AHT Youth Cheerleading Squad. In her time at Holy Spirit, she has won the Conover Award for Outstanding Volunteerism. Sheila is hopeful to attend James Madison University in Virginia, where she plans to major in business and minor in interior design and architecture. And she is the proud daughter of Jim and Renee Hennigan of Egg Harbor Township. And congratulations to Sheila as being this week's Bunning Family Pharmacy Cheerleader of the Week.
Tanzola to kick off for Kingsway left to right, and he's going to pooch it on the ground. This one is scooped up, now dropped at the 35, and getting tackled immediately
by the helmet
is Michael Weaver back at the 34-yard line.
And they're going to call that.
Flag down, and they're going to call this one a face mask as helmet tackle, as you mentioned, Steve. Looked like he was tackled by the back of the helmet, but looks like the Kingsway defender got a handful of face mask. Ball spotted right now at the 33, and it will be a personal foul on Kingsway. They're going to move this one up 15 yards.
If starting field position hasn't been a problem for either team, I don't know where they start. It seems like they're going to score. So
it seems like, I think aside from that second drive of the game for Holy Spirit, Steve, every drive for each team has started
somewhere around the 40,
around the 35, 40 midfield or an opponent's territory. I think Holy Spirit on the second drive of the game, they were inside their own 20. That's pretty much it.
I agree. It's been.
Big plays. We have certainly had a wildest game we've called all year. 1st and 10 now for Holy Spirit, right to left. They're at their own 47-yard line, 11:31 to play in the third quarter. They lead 34-27. Cohen in the shotgun, and we have early movement everywhere, and no penalty on the play, and it's going to be great to the outside to the left. He'll cross the 50-yard line, knocked out of bounds, late hit. Here comes another flag. He gained about 5 on the play.
Did the flag come in? I thought he was hit late.
I saw a flag on the sideline. And everybody moved early, and everyone kind of just stood there, and the only people that kept going.
That's a good call. He was hit 5 yards out of bounds.
That'll be a personal foul on Kingsway. It's going to be an automatic first down. There was movement by everybody. It seemed seemingly early, and only Cohen and Gray were the only ones still going on the play.
I think the center snapped the ball early. And fortunately, quarterback's paying attention and handed running back.
And usually if you're on defense, Steve, if you see the ball snap, you're just going to go. You don't think it's being snapped early, but even Kingsway froze.
Kingsway did. It was really a weird play.
A bizarre play, to say the least, and they're going to move this one up inside the 35-yard line. We'll wait on the official spot. They're going to do it from the spot of the foul, and this ball will be at the 29-yard line of Kingsway, so an automatic first down for the Spartans, and they'll have 1st and 10 with 11:24 remaining in the third quarter. Going to the shotgun, Gray behind him. 2 receivers right, 1 to the left. Cohen, hands off left side to Gray, cutting up to the 25-yard line, keeping his feet moving. He'll move forward to about the 21-yard line. That's where he'll be dropped. Gain of 8 on the play. 2nd and 2 coming up for the Spartans.
That's Elijah Gray at his best here, the yards after contact, because he got an extra 7-8 yards after the initial contact. That's his strength, obviously. You know, when he goes outside, I think he's done everybody a favor when he runs parallel. When he goes north and south, he is a load to bring down.
He gets the yak going forward,
he
not even side
a lot
to side.
of yak.
2nd and 2 for the Spartans at the 21-yard line. Cohen takes the snap, hands off to Gray again, up the middle, breaks tackle to the 15, spin move now, coming back to his left, and he's still moving down to the 12, 13-yard line. We'll see where they spot it, but that's going to be a first down, a Facenda Law first down. Find them at FacendaLaw.com. What a run by Gray. Boy, you just said it. It's like you were predicting what was going to happen next. It's a load to bring him down. It's nearly impossible. You need about 5 guys to make an attempt at it.
As long as he keeps his shoulders square to that goal line, he is a load. Like I say, when he gets sideways, he's doing you a favor when he goes outside.
1st and 10 from the 12. Cohen takes it again out of the shotgun. Hands off right side to Gray. Moving forward past the 10-yard line. He'll be dropped at the 8-yard line. Give him a gain of 4 on the play. 2nd and 6 coming up for the Spartans.
Yeah, nothing fancy. Just give the ball to him, let him go. I think they're going to ride him until he can't go any further here. Expect to give him the ball again.
10-12 and kind of go here in the third quarter. 34-27, Holy Spirit on top.
Or that, they're going to pull one and hit the guy on a slant when everybody comes running up here.
They hit one earlier. Cohen in the shotgun. Gresham comes in motion right to left. Cohen takes the snap. Handoff goes left side to Gray. Breaks one tackle. He'll be tackled now by the foot, and he got about a yard on the play. If that, it'll be 3rd and 6.
Wouldn't be surprised they send Patrick Smith in here as he's a little gas after some pretty strong runs, but no, they're going to leave him in the ball game.
9:40 and kind to go here in the third quarter. 34-27, Spirit on top. They have 3rd and 6 from the 8-yard line. So knocking on the door here. Cohen in the shotgun. Gray in the backfield. Cohen takes the snap, fakes it, throws to the end zone. Incomplete. He was looking for Ahmad Brown. He had him. Good breakup on the play. First one in there was Mayers on the pass breakup along with Collins.
Most teams with a 7-point lead would kick a field goal here, but I don't believe Holy Spirit.
Well, they're up by 7. They can go up by 2 scores with a field goal, but I think they want to put the exclamation point on this drive here.
No doubt.
Considering how well Kingsway has turned it up since early first quarter.
I think they've tried 1 field goal all year. So.
Well, they will have 4th and 6. They're going to go for it. 9:26 to play in the third quarter. 4th and 6 from the 8-yard line. Cohen in the shotgun can still get a first down before the end zone. Takes the snap, fakes it, looking to run. He's going to be brought down and sacked.
Big play.
Oh, boy. Dalton Menison on the sack for Kingsway. Turnover on downs, and the Spartans fail to punch it in. Now the Dragons, Steve, have a chance to tie things up on this drive. After all of that, missed 2-point conversions, turnovers, 14-0 holes. Kingsway can tie the football game here in the third quarter.
Big defensive stand here for Holy Spirit here. If they can keep Kingsway from making a couple first downs, make them punt from deep in their own territory, I think they can recontrol the game. But Kingsway's had some big plays so far for sure.
Some quick scoring updates for you on the Johnson's Popcorn scoreboard. EHT now a 12-6 lead over Bridgeton. Decker had his 2nd touchdown run of the night. Mayers comes out in the shotgun on 1st and 10 from their own 13-yard line left to right. He's going to roll to his right on first down, looking to throw, fires. That one is caught up to the 25, getting a juke move, getting over to the 30-yard line, and now running backwards is Collins, and he'll be knocked out of bounds. Beg your pardon, that is Odom, and he'll be knocked out at about the 27-yard line, but a first down for Kingsway.
Odom's been very effective receiver tonight, running crossing routes, and you said short, squirt things and then run with the ball afterwards. Very effective. Good runner, good receiver. 6'1", 195 pounds. Good athlete.
1st and 10 now from the 27-yard line. 9:11 to play, third quarter. Kingsway trails 34-27. 2 receivers left for the Dragons. Mayers comes out under center. He's got Odom in the backfield alone. Mayers sends Collins in motion, takes the snap, and the handoff goes left side up the gut to Odom, and he gets about a yard, if that. They will give it to him. 2nd and 9 now for Kingsway up at the 28.
Yeah, the interior of the Holy Spirit defense has been pretty stout all night. It's been the edges and the passes that they've had trouble with. Odom gets outside. They throw the ball outside and deep. Little crossing patterns, but they've done a pretty good job of the straight runs.
2nd and 9 now for Kingsway at their 28-yard line. 8.5 to play here in the third quarter. They trail 34-27. Mayers out in the shotgun now. Sends Schneider in motion right to left. Mayers takes the snap. Hands off left side.
Outside again.
He's got the edge. He's got some speed too to the 30, 35, 40, 45, 50-yard line out of bounds. A first down again for Kingsway. Alex Odom. That's been the best play of the night for the Dragons offense. Getting Odom to the edge, Steve.
Yeah, either that or throwing the ball. And again, Holy Spirit's not done a good job of setting that edge. Somebody's got to come up and set the edge, and no one's showing there.
They don't even have the. I mean, either the blocking is so great or they don't have the speed getting to the edge. So Odom gets out of bounds to the 49. 1st and 10 now for Kingsway. Mayers comes out under center. Odom the lone back. Mayers takes the snap. Handoff right side goes to Odom again. Crossing the 50. Breaks a tackle up to the 45. Still on his feet moving inside the 45 down to the 43-yard line. Close to a first down. It's going to be about 2nd and 3 for the Dragons. And then now into Holy Spirit territory.
Got some updates on the Johnson Popcorn scoreboard. We have Eastern and Hamilton tied at 14. Egg Harbor Township's up 12-6 on Bridgeton.
We do have a Pleasantville 21-14 for you, Steve, as well.
21-14. Pleasantville's now up on Buna. We told you earlier that 20-0 St. Augustine's up on Cherokee.
2nd and 3 now for Kingsway at the Holy Spirit 43-yard line. 7:40 to play in the third quarter. Mayers under center takes the snap. Rolling to his left looking to throw. Avoids the rush. Now breaks another tackle. Now he's going to run. He'll cross the 45, but he's dropped, and he got back to about the original line of scrimmage. Might have lost about half a yard.
Another interesting game between number 1 Williamstown and 17 Shawnee. Shawnee just got shellacked the last time they were out there, but they're holding Williamstown nothing each time.
Well, that's going to be an interesting game tonight.
Yes, it is.
Be 3rd and 4. They're officially going to give him a loss of 4 from the 44-yard line now is Kingsway. 7:05 and counting to go here. Third quarter, they trail by 7, 34-27. Collins comes in motion. Mayers takes the snap, and he hands it off to Odom. Ran to his own blocker. He's going to be dropped for a loss, a 2-yard loss. Boy, not the play you drew up there for Alex Odom. It's going to be 4th and 6 now for the Dragons. And because they're on the plus side of the field, Steve, I can't envision them punting here.
I'm punting. I'm down 7, getting back field position, get a turnover.
Well, maybe they're listening to you, but here comes the punting unit.
You know, I mean, that's conventional stuff. I know nobody does it anymore, but I mean, that's the way football used to be played. Not anymore.
I'm with you on that.
We'll see what happens.
Steve Mayers to punt, gets a good snap, punts it from about his own 42. Brown going to return this one, takes a look at it, picks it up now. A bobble from his own 15-yard line. Now running to his right, gets it to the 20, breaks tackle to the 25. Still moving, drop now at the 27-yard line. Decent return there from Ahmad Brown. And now Holy Spirit will have 1st and 10 with 6:10 remaining in the third quarter, 34-27. So the only score so far in this half, Steve, has been from Kingsway. They answered quickly with a Alex Odom touchdown.
65-yard run, a big-time touchdown. But again, you know, it's all your defense has to step up at some point and make a stop. You know, Holy Spirit just did it, and now it's a chance for Eastern to do that. Otherwise, you know, we just can continue with this back and forth scoring.
Also have a Millville 28-2 lead over Atlantic City as Cohen comes out 1st and 10 in the shotgun. Takes the snap, fakes it, looking to throw. He is going deep. He wants Stewart, and it is incomplete. Oh, boy, Stewart, covered by Odom, was trying to go up like Odell Beckham Jr. with his left hand, trying to reel it in inside the 40. Nearly did, but it falls incomplete. 2nd and 10 now for Holy Spirit.
Yeah, good coverage there that time by Odom. Odom's a heck of an athlete. I mean, we've talked about him throwing the ball, running the ball, fake. I mean, he is, you know, and he's a big man. He's 6'1", 195, and he's got the speed to be back there, you know, covering the shorter, faster receivers, or you would think be faster receivers. Obviously not.
He plays at the next level. Would love to know what position he plays. 2nd and 10 now for Spirit at their own 27-yard line. Cohen in the shotgun, takes the snap, handoff goes left side. This is Smith.
He got the edge.
25, gets to the 30, up to the 35, down to the 40, and that's going to be enough for a Holy Spirit first down. Give him a Facenda Law first down. Catch them at FacendaLaw.com.
Yeah, both teams having trouble with the
the edge,
the outside edge. I mean, they're just running, you know, just at will.
Odom's had free reign. Patrick Smith got the edge there. 1st and 10 now for Holy Spirit. Ball at the 40-yard line. Cohen and the rest of the offense look to the sideline for the call. They're bleeding some clock a little bit. We're down to 5:35 to go third quarter. 2 receivers right, 1 to the left. Smith the lone back. Cohen in the shotgun takes the snap. Hands off up the gut to Smith. Crossing the 45 down to the 50. Still on his feet to the 45. It'll be dropped at the 43-yard line. Good tackle by Elias Collins for the Dragons. He might have but another first down for Holy Spirit.
Yeah, Patrick Smith had his eyes on the end zone there. He stepped out of that tackle. This is so great about the running attack. You have Elijah Gray that just pounds you, and you get a little slither, and Stewart's gone.
Very tough to stop this duo. Cohen will come out in the shotgun again.
Patrick Smith, excuse me, not Stewart. Stewart's a receiver, just doing the same thing. They're so quick, though, both of them.
Cohen in the shotgun, Smith in the backfield. The toss left goes to Smith on 1st and 10. That time they caught him, and we get run out of bounds at the 44-yard line. And it looks like he lost a yard on the play. 2nd and 11 now for Holy Spirit. First man in on the tackle was Namar Winfrey.
Yeah, along with Jack Slater, number 43, the linebacker, really forced that play outside, pushed him out of bounds.
We have 2nd and 11 now for Spirit. 4:57 remaining here in the third quarter. They lead 34-27. Cohen comes out in the shotgun again. Got Smith behind him. 2 receivers left. Snap to Cohen. Hand off to up the gut to Smith to the 40. Cutting to his right down to the 35 to the 30. And he gets another first down to the Kingsway 28-yard line. Patrick Cheek Smith is on fire on this drive. Very tough to stop him. Once he gets to that second level, Steve, you better hope a defensive back can trip him up by the shoelace.
Yeah, because he really has another gear when he gets to the second level.
1st and 10 again for Holy Spirit. They're on the move, and they're also bleeding a lot of clock here, Steve. I know it's only third quarter, but they are wearing down the Kingsway defense.
They changed the over-under to 100. I think.
Did they?
Yeah.
What do you got, money on this game?
It was 47. It was 47 early. They just reset it.
1st and 10 from the 28. Cohen takes the snap. Hands off, goes to Smith. Bounces out to the outside to the left side, up to the 25. Still moving to the 20, and he shoved out of bounds at the 18-yard line. That'll be he's close to a first down. See if they mark it forward. Waiting on the signal. Ball, the 18-yard line is the first down marker.
I think they gave it to him.
First down, Holy Spirit. Late signal, but they will move the chains as Smith was run out of bounds at the 18. So Holy Spirit now in the red zone.
And that was Alex Odom running out of bounds. I don't believe anybody else would have got to him. I think he would have scored.
A lot of these plays on the edge for Smith. It's Odom or the speedy Namar Winfrey, the defensive end, chasing him out of bounds. 1st and 10 for Holy Spirit at the Kingsway 18-yard line. 4:13 to play in the third quarter. They lead 34-27. Cohen takes the snap, but we got whistles. And we have a flag down in the line of scrimmage. Somebody went early. It's going to be a false start on the Spartans. So back them up 5 yards.
5 yards doesn't seem like it's a big hindrance the way these offenses are playing right now. They could get them in chunks.
And this seems to be the most efficient drive of the night for Holy Spirit, Steve. We've seen a lot of quick drives from them and a lot of short drives just based on their field position, but they were in their own territory. Now they're grinding on this drive.
But it's all relative. They're getting 8 and 9 at pop. You know, they're getting 3, 3, 3.
They're still grinding away.
Yeah, 8, 9, 10.
This is grinding away for them tonight.
I agree with you. I agree with you. Instead of the 60s and 40s.
1st and 15 from the 23-yard line for Holy Spirit. 4:11 to play third quarter. They lead 34-27. Cohen takes the snap, fakes it actually, goes to Stewart over the middle, makes the catch to the 10. He's in the 5, and he's going to get into the end zone for a touchdown in the left corner. Elijah Stewart, his 3rd touchdown of the night, the 3rd touchdown pass from Cohen. He faked me out in the booth, and Holy Spirit has a 40-27 lead with 4:03 remaining here in the third quarter.
Again, Stewart just ran across the middle. That's where they've had the pass available all night. Little play fake. Really good throw by Trevor Cohen.
Second time tonight on that slant pattern, Steve, to Elijah Stewart off a play fake at RPO again. And all of a sudden, Holy Spirit pulling out the RPOs out of the playbook, and they're working tonight.
They absolutely are.
Newman for the extra point. Snap, hold, kick is on the way, and this one is no good. He didn't get a good kick off of it. Might have been slightly blocked as that it didn't get enough height underneath it, Stephen, and it immediately went right. So Newman misses another one. That's his 2nd of the night that he's missed.
Yeah, and he's been very reliable kicker all year for them. Unfortunately, missed a couple of them tonight.
He hasn't missed this many since the first game of the season against Eastern.
Yeah, we got a couple new updates on the Johnson popcorn scoreboard. Hamilton Eastern's 14-14. Williamstown has taken a 7-0 lead on Shawnee. Earlier we told you Pleasantville has a 21-14 lead on Buna. Egg Harbor Township holding on to a 12-6 lead over Bridgeton. Millville 28-2 Atlantic City. And St. Augustine's last score I had was 20, Cherokee nothing.
I will update your Hamilton Eastern score 21-14, courtesy of our producer Josh Hennig back in studio. Actually now 28-14. Hamilton is winning over Eastern. So of course I gave you the update, then Josh immediately sends me the message, Nick, slow down. That's a bad job out of you. 28-14 is your score.
I wonder how many yards the young running back for Hamilton.
Jaden Abrams is a
stud.
He's a stud. And you saw him live.
I was really
obviously
impressed.
I was back in studio doing our Friday Night Live show, but you saw Jaden Abrams run up and down the field on this Holy Spirit defense.
Yes, he did. He was tremendous that night. And he's been tremendous ever since.
He was tremendous last year too.
I think was a little confusing was they lost the game earlier, but he did not play one of the games they lost.
Newman's kickoff from right to left is going to go to Collins, a return from the 24. He'll cut up to the 30 and he'll get to the 35 and dropped at right at the 35-yard line. Did not get forward progress to the 36. So it'll be 1st and 10 for Kingsway at their own 35-yard line. They trail 40-27 with 3:58 remaining here in the third quarter. A barn burner, a wild one. This is insane, Steve. We haven't seen a game like this all year.
I think it was Andrew Constantino was in on that tackle there. The junior linebacker made a real nice tackle there right at the, as you said, right at the 36, 37-yard line.
Certainly cleaned it up there. Kingsway's offense is huddled up near the sideline. They trail by 13 again. Last drive, they had a chance to tie things up, could not get it. They ended up punting on 4th down in Holy Spirit territory. So let's see what they have in store here on this drive, down by 13 again.
Well, the punt didn't work for them, so they get in that territory again, down 2 scores. I don't think you'll see them punt.
Bunch formation in the backfield, 2 backs, and Schneider, the fullback. Mayers under center, toss left, goes to Odom, cuts back to his right, and he's going to have no space to go. He'll be dropped for about a 5-yard loss. I beg your pardon, he did get back up to the line of scrimmage. That's, my eyes deceived me there. It would be a loss of about 3 on the play, actually.
Yeah, they've had success spreading out and then running weak side or field side. That time they went power I and tried to pitch it to them. They have not been able to bully Holy Spirit at all. It's been the outside edge and the passes that they've been able to be successful with.
So correction on the field. It was 1st and 10 from the 37. Odom got back to the 35. So it'd be 2nd and 12. Clarify for you folks at home, sitting on 97.3 ESPN. Mayer's in the shotgun now on 2nd and 12, going left to right, takes the snap. He is looking to throw. Pressure coming, avoids the rush. He's just going to throw it away, and it's incomplete. And you can see his brother Steve Mayers, the wide receiver, the intended target, clapping his hands. I'm not sure why. Maybe because he got rid of it, and he was in the area, so there's no intentional grabbing.
I think he knows his brother didn't have time because he was wide open on a crossing pattern. But that takes a little time to develop as he came all the way from the left wide receivers all the way across the field, running that square in all the way across the drag pattern. Unfortunately, they didn't have enough time to get it to him.
And Steve Mayers has been good on those crossing patterns in this game. He scored a touchdown on one from about 20 yards out earlier in the first half. So they'll break the huddle. 3rd and 12 now for Kingsway. 3:06 to go in the third quarter. They trail 40-27. Mayers comes out in the shotgun. He's got 2 receivers left, 1 to the right.
Everybody up for Holy Spirit again.
Collins comes in motion left to right. Mayers takes the snap, looking to throw. Trying to dump one off. He does. Incomplete. Drop by Odom. He had blockers in space, and he knows it as he is still staying there in disbelief, and it's 4th and 12. Boy, he has still not moved. Now he's moving. He's going to walk off to the sideline.
They're hesitating. They're running a punting team on it. I don't know.
They've done this a couple times, actually, and now they're going to change it over.
Yeah, I think you got to punt.
It's still third quarter.
It's third quarter, but you don't want to give Holy Spirit a short field, that's for sure. Again, if directional punting would be good here. If they could punt the ball over to the press box side, that would be. And they don't.
They've stopped him once. Mayers gets a good punt off, and that's when actually he's going to go straight out of bounds. No chance for a return by a Brown. He'll get him. The ball spotted at the Spirit 43-yard line, so Stephen Mayers tries to do his best there, keeping away from the dangerous Ahmad Brown. And Holy Spirit will have a 1st and 10 from the 42 officially, as that's where that ball was marked down. Here comes Cohen again, 40-27, your score. Holy Spirit on top with 2:53 remaining here in the third quarter, and now they look to get to their largest lead of the ball game.
And it looks like it's Elijah. It's
You got Gray in the backfield.
Elijah Gray in the backfield again.
Two receivers left, one to the right. Cohen takes the snap. Handoff goes to Gray. Bouncing
There he goes.
down to the 45-50. Has a man miss to the 40. He's to the 35. Still going to the 30. Gray on his feet to the 25-20. Starter steps out of bounds. And he has got a huge Facenda Law first down out of bounds to the 17-yard line of Kingsway. Find them at FacendaLaw.com. Holy Spirit now in the red zone.
A lot of yards for Elijah Stewart tonight, and a lot of yards for Patrick Smith. I mean, they're just running at will and throwing at will. Their total offense is really
it's absurd tonight.
Here, Elijah Gray's got to have 150 yards again.
On 1st and 10, the handoff goes up the middle to Smith. He finds nowhere to go, tried to reverse field, and he is going to be dropped. And he actually might have gotten a yard or two on that play. See, they give him forward progress, and they're going to give him about a half yard or so.
Yeah, that doesn't usually work when you go straight up the field and try to come backwards.
Yeah, I mean,
it works in space.
I give him the credit for the athleticism to go back forward after running backwards.
Yeah, it works in space, but it's tough to do in the middle of the field.
2nd and 9 now for Holy Spirit. 2:17 to go in the third quarter. They lead 40-27. The snap goes to Cohen. Handoff to Smith. Cuts up to the left. Gets down to the 10-yard line, and he is tackled by Winfrey on the play. And it'll be 3rd down and 3 for the Spartans.
Smith comes out. Back in goes Elijah Gray.
And then you would expect if they're not going to throw it here, they're going to pound it right up the gut to Gray and let him break a couple tackles and carry about the entire defense with them to the end zone.
Yeah, if he gets a little momentum without them, if they don't get contact when they're right at the line of scrimmage, he's going to get in here, I believe.
3rd and 3 from the 10-yard line. Cohen in the shotgun, and we're going to get a whistle on the field from the far side judge. We're going to get a timeout from Kingsway. So we have a timeout here, 1:37 remaining in the third quarter, and a chance to catch our breath a little bit as this game has been wild all night long in a fast-paced third quarter. I want to remind you of some of our sponsors. Each week, the Holy Spirit player of the game will receive a special sandwich from Mad Dog Morgan. The presentation will be made at the Mad Dog Morgan food truck in the parking lot of Ed Burns Stadium following the game. They are also located at the Walk in Atlantic City 7 days a week. And it's tough to say. We don't want to get quite a repeat winner, Steve, as we want to try to even it out because a lot of these guys play well each week. Elijah Stewart has played exceptionally well tonight with 3 touchdown receptions, but Trevor Cohen is the one throwing it to him, and we mentioned his great runs, and he's making some great reads all night long.
We have so many guys we could consider. You talk about Elijah Gray tonight. He's had Patrick Smith made a couple great runs.
And plus,
here's one to throw out there for you.
As well.
Here's one to throw out there for you. How many rushing yards they have with that offensive line behind that offensive line tonight?
Offensive line doing their job tonight, and we have not yet. We were close to honoring them the 1 week.
Yep.
We are close, and we might be. That might be the way to do it tonight.
I'll tell you, they've done a really good job.
They've given Cohen plenty of time in the pocket as well.
Yes, they have. But Cohen, as you said, to me was an early favorite. But that and the offensive line, I think both.
Particularly in this third, these drives are long and tiring for the Dragons. 3rd and 3 from the 10 for the Spartans. Cohen fakes, looking to throw to the end zone, incomplete. Looking for Brown. Him and Brown cannot hook up. Now we get a late flag.
It's in the end zone, but the ball was well over his head. I can't believe that would be a.
Cohen was hit. He was face first in the turf.
The ball was well over his head. I don't think it was catchable.
We'll see what this flag is, and Kingsway arguing. I don't know.
Wow. They called pass interference. That ball was.
We're waiting on the call. They picked up the flag, and we are going to get an official penalty. That's going to be a pass interference in the end zone. Wow.
Interesting call.
Late call.
It looked like
that was a very late call.
The ball was 10 yards over his head. Uncatchable, too.
Looked like a miscommunication between Cohen and Brown, but it's going to be an automatic first down.
Cohen got nailed just as he released the ball. I think that's why the throw was so bad. But
1st and goal from the 5. Cohen takes the snap, fakes it, miscommunication in the backfield. He's got to run himself to the 10. He'll be dropped at the 7 out of bounds.
He went right, Gray went left.
The handoff was not done properly, and Cohen had to make something out of nothing. Could not. Loses 2. 2nd and goal now from the 7. We have 1:16 and counting to go in the third. Holy Spirit on top, 40-27. Looking to extend their lead up to 3 scores.
Again, plenty of time here. You wonder if they're going to run the ball with Gray or if they're going to try to throw the slant again. But they're pretty boxed the middle of the field here. They're taking that slant away, so they're going to throw. I think they're going to have to go outside.
And they've been burned by it twice already in this game. Cohen, the shotgun, 2nd and goal from the 7. Fakes it, looking to throw. Fires, caught by Brown. No, he drives, picked off! enough. Oh, it's coming back the other way. It's Schneider. He gets knocked out of bounds, crossing the 25-yard line. The ball came out of Brown's hands, and Schneider comes away with the interception. A huge turnover here for the Kingsway Dragons. They keep it a 2-score game, and now they have a chance to cut the lead once again. That's a huge play by the Dragon defense.
Huge play. As I said, they were just grinding, and they tried to throw the ball there. It was tipped, or it came out of his hands, tipped by the offensive receiver. Lucky break for Kingsway, but they took advantage of it. Now they have pretty good field position, 26-yard line. See if they can take advantage of this with 43 seconds still left in the third period.
Zach Schneider has not found much success running the football as a fullback on offense tonight, but he's made some nice defensive plays, great tackles, and he steals that one away from Ahmad Brown. 1st and 10 now for Kingsway, their own 26. Mayers in the shotgun, takes the snap. Handoff left side goes to Odom, trying to get to the edge, but he's met by about 3 defenders for Holy Spirit, and he'll gain about a yard on the play. 2nd and 9 now for Kingsway. We have 30 seconds remaining in the quarter. We'll see if the Dragons will run a play.
In the meantime, your alma mater's got another touchdown on the board. The EHT is up 18-6 on Bridgeton.
Well, I'll certainly take that as Coach Kevin Steps looking to get EHT to 3-4 on the season, and as they try to climb back to 500 for the regular season.
Woodrow Wilson's got on the board, and Willingboro leads that game 14-6.
Kingsway breaks the huddle. We have 5 seconds, but I do not think they're going to run a play. They are lackadaisical right now, and the clock will hit all zeros. So we have come to the end of the third quarter. We've got a wild one here at Ed Burns Stadium here tonight. We'll step aside for a quick break. On the other side, fourth quarter coming up. Holy Spirit leads Kingsway after 3, 40-27. You are listening to the Calvi Electric High School Football Game of the Week right here on 97.3 ESPN.
Old World Tuscany meets Main Street USA at a Nana Wine Bar right in the center of downtown Hamilton. Their custom-built wine bar says it all, providing each guest with
where the offense goes.
It seemed like it was a lot more than that. A lot of ball movement.
Three, 2, 1. Back here at Ed Burns Stadium, Nick Costco alongside Steve Parker for the Calvi Electric High School Football Game of the Week right here on 97.3 ESPN, produced by Prime Events in association with the Holy Spirit Fathers Club. Start of the fourth quarter here. Holy Spirit on top 40-27, and Kingsway with the football now going right to left as they switch sides, and they have 2nd and 9 from their own 26-yard line after the Zach Schneider interception. After a miscue there from Ahmad Brown, had the ball, bounced off his hands, and it went into the air. Mayers comes out under center for the Dragons. In motion goes Collins. He takes the snap, looking to throw, rolling to his right. He'll throw it back the other way. He's got his brother, Steve Mayers, going up to the 40-yard line, down to the 42, and that is a first down for Kingsway.
Boy, he paid a price, too, there, as he got rocked as he threw that ball all the way across his body, all the way across the field. Tough kid, I'll tell you what, but he really got whacked by the Holy Spirit defender that time. It was in there, in his face, throwing the ball. I think it was Andrew Constantine that really laid him out.
Second time they've run that play where he throws to his backside, back to his brother, Steve Mayers, and he scored on a touchdown the last time. That time he gets a big chunk for a first down up to the 43.
It's a good play. A play you usually see close to the goal line, because of the time it takes and get the guy come across the formation. But to do it out in the middle field here, it takes enough time. They did a good job blocking it.
1st and 10 for Kingsway, and we have Odom taking the direct snap now. He's in the shotgun. He'll take it, and he's going to hand off to Collins up the gut, trying to get to the 45, and they're going to give him enough forward progress, so he'll gain about 2 or 3, depending upon the spot. It'll be 2nd and 8 now for Kingsway at their own 45-yard line. So I think Mayers needed a breather there. He took a shot, and he's still. And Ben Mayers is still not in the game, Steve.
Yeah, this is a different formation they're using here, but I'll tell you, a lot of flexibility. Is Collins was one of the leading receivers coming to the game. He's carrying the ball in the backfield.
Well, Mayers is okay. So I can see him on the 40-yard line standing over there. Odom in the shotgun, takes the snap. He's going to fake it, and he's going to run to his left, looking for some room. And he's met by a host of Spirit defenders. A huge hit there by Michael Francisco, the middle linebacker, the first one there. He nailed him, and he'll lose a yard on the play. 3rd and 9 now for Kingsway at the 43-yard line.
It looks like Mayers coming back in the ball game. I'm sure Kingsway.
Sylvester Van Moore also he might check out here. He's jogging over to the sideline.
Yeah, Van Moore's going out. And
I haven't seen much of him tonight.
no.
Big 5'10", 230-pound tight end also lines up in the backfield. So 3rd and 9 from the 43-yard line.
They throw the ball. They're going to try to get the edge again.
Mayers in the shotgun. 2 receivers right. Mayers takes the snap. Looking to throw. Stepping up in the pocket. Pressure coming. And he is going to be dropped for a sack. A Sacco sub-sack. C.J. Egri on the sack.
Yeah, he came in blind side. Mayer did not feel the pressure, and he had to get rid of that ball. The way that, the way their pressure's been there, he's got that clock in his head. He knows he's not going to have much time to throw the ball. That time I think it was the first really bad mistake he's made tonight holding that ball.
Egri got him back inside the 35-yard line. Ball spotted at the 34. It's 4th and 21. And here comes the punting unit for the Dragons, so they cannot take advantage of the turnover. Steve Mayers on the punt. Brown back to return. Mayers gets at his own 20. He'll punt it away. It's the best punt of the night, sending Brown all the way back to his own 30. That ball's going to trickle out of bounds inside the 25. They will mark it at the 24, looks like. And that's where Holy Spirit will take over on downs. We have 9:08 remaining here in the 4th quarter. They lead 40-27. Boy, we've had a wild, Steve, we had a lot of offense in that first half. Each team only scored 1 touchdown in the 3rd quarter. We've seen a lot more punts in the 2nd half, but we've seen some tight defense. It's just been a wild night here at Edinburgh Stadium.
It's been a very unusual night. As you said, a lot of big plays, and now a lot of defensive plays that are being made in key situations. Tip balls and fumbles and sacks.
1st and 10 from the 24 for Holy Spirit. Cohen out of the shotgun, hands off right side to Smith of the 25, now to the 30. Spinning off one man, still on his feet, getting up to the 35-yard line, close to the sticks. And let's see if he has a first down. He's got it. They're going to move the sticks. First down from Patrick Smith. Nice run once again. He's bouncing off a defender. He's rolling over defenders that are trying to tackle him. It's amazing. 1st and 10 now for Spirit at their own 35-yard line. Clock ticking down to 8:45 in the 4th quarter. They lead 40-27. Cohen in the shotgun. Smith in the backfield. 2 receivers left, 1 to the right. Takes the snap. Handoff goes to Smith, bouncing to the left side. Breaks 2 tackles, still going to the edge. Breaks another one, still spinning. How in the world is he staying on his feet? He gets forward, had a bounce to the 42-yard line, a 7-yard gain. That might be the most impressive 7-yard run I've ever seen.
Great balance. He has great balance, and you said quickness. He spins, he keeps his balance. And you would think by now these Kingsway people would understand that they're not going to be able to block him down. A lot of times they like to take the pins out the legs and just body block him, but not Patrick Smith. He does not go down. He keeps his balance really well. You got to wrap him up and take him to the ground.
2nd and 3 from the 42-yard line. Cohen takes it. Hands off right side to Smith. Trying to get to the edge. Crossing the 40 to the 45, 50. Smith has some space. Crossing the 45, down to the 40, inside the 40-yard line, down to the 36-yard line. Great run again by Smith. Another first down. We'll give that one a Facenda Law first down. Find them at FacendaLaw.com.
That's the same play that Kingsway's had a lot of success on, getting the edge and just outrunning people. That time, Elias Collins was able to knock him down, but not before he got a big gain. Holy Spirit's on the move again. 1st
and 10 now for Spirit. At the Kingsway 37-yard line, 7.5 to play. Cohen in the shotgun takes the snap. Handoff goes to Smith up the gut, crossing the 35. He'll run forward and get down to the 32-yard line. Give him a gain of 5 on the play. 2nd and 5 coming up for the Spartans.
Kind of like a innocuous 5-yard run there. It looked like he was tired, but he just still moved the pile for 5 yards. Putting up some big numbers. Holy Spirit is offensively tonight. Don't have the total stats, but they got a lot of total offense tonight, Nick.
And we're going to get whistles, and Cohen pointing towards the defense. We got a flag down in the backfield, and we will get a false start on Holy Spirit. So knock out that Smith run. It'll be 2nd and 10, right back to the 37-yard line.
Yeah, it's the second time the Senators moved the ball, I think, and you're allowed to roll it, but you're not allowed to pick it up. I think that's what they've called on him a couple times.
Vivian McGee, the center, getting a little jumpy out there. Spirit still on top, 40-27, 6:58 and counting to go in the game. Spartans trying to put the icing on the cake here on this final drive. 2 receivers split out wide left. Smith in the backfield, the pistol with Cohen in the shotgun. Takes the snap. Handoff goes to Smith up the gut, crossing the 35. Carrying defenders with them, crossing the 30-yard line. And he'll get dropped right there And that'll be a gain of 7 on the play. Third and 3 coming up now for Holy Spirit.
Gain of 8.
Again, watching the interior of that offensive line for Holy Spirit with Driscoll, McGee, McCauley doing a real good job. Just opening some holes and let Holy Spirit grind some time off the clock here with 6 minutes left in the fourth quarter.
Cohen will hand off on 3rd and 3 to Smith, trying to bounce forward up the gut, tackled by about 2-3 Kingsway defenders. He's going to be short of the sticks at the 29, 28-yard line, depending upon the spot. It's going to be 4th and 2 on the play, and you know they're going to go for it here.
Yeah, that time they got a real good push that time by the defensive front for Kingsway. A few times they've held him up like that, but as you said, I think he's just going to hand this ball to Patrick Smith, and he'll get his first down.
5:45 and counting to go in the game. 4th and 2 from the 29 for Holy Spirit. They're in Kingsway territory. Cohen in the shotgun. Takes the snap, looking to throw. Airing it out.
Wow.
And it's caught by Gresham in stride. He's going to run into the end zone for a touchdown.
Pass play by Trevor Cohen. Fooled everybody.
Owen Gresham scores, and Holy Spirit has a 46-27 lead with 5:29 to go in the ball game. It's now a 3-score lead for the Spartans. What a play call, what a throw, and Gresham got free.
I'll tell you, a real good pass by the young sophomore, too, as he laid it right out there as everybody was up looking for the give to Patrick Smith and just dropped it right into the breadbasket there.
That was perfect. That was a perfect throw, step for step with Gresham. Newman for the extra point. Low snap. Got it up. And the kick is good. 47-27 with 5:29 remaining in the ball game. Holy Spirit has their largest lead of the night with 20 points.
Third touchdown pass for Trevor Cohen. We said he ran the ball down to the 1 yard line.
That's his fourth one now.
Excuse me, his fourth touchdown pass for Trevor Cohen. He's also instrumental. He ran the ball to the 1 yard line twice before they banged it in. Right now, Nick.
He might have stolen it.
He might just wrapped up the play again.
Well,
I can hear him. I can hear him biting.
He's getting hungry now.
I think.
Well, just give you some context on his stats. He came into tonight with 7 touchdown passes and 4 touchdowns on the ground. He has thrown for more than half of his touchdown passes in just this game. Give him 15 total touchdowns on the season now. 11 touchdown passes on the year for Trevor Cohen. Again, 7 coming into tonight. He's got 4 tonight.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, it's been he's done a really good job, as you said. At that time, he went to different guys. It's Gresham that time. One time it's Stewart. They just done a good job.
It's also Gresham's first touchdown of the season.
That's correct. That is Gresham's first touchdown of the season.
Stewart has 3 tonight as well from Cohen. He's got 6 now on the season. Newman to kick off. Left to right, 5:29 to play. Collins and Odom back to each to return to 20. Here's the runoff from Newman. He will kick it deep, and it will be Odom from the 13. Taking it up now to the 20, 25. Cutting to his right, dragged down close to the 30-yard line. Good tackle by the Holy Spirit special teams. It's like Francisco got it in on one tackle.
I'd like to identify the young man coming up. He's not a starter. He gets a nice bump from one of the guys coming off here.
I got Terrell Moore on the tackle as well.
Is that 55? I want to identify the right guy. It looked like it could have been 55.
As well as Anthony McQueen, it looks like.
I hope I get that number right. A little tough to read those numbers coming off the field, but it looked like McQueen was.
Also a big scrum of about 5 defenders. I mean, it seems like all those guys will get half a tackle on the stat sheet tomorrow.
There you go.
First and 10 now for Kingsway.
That's why most teams do stats by film now.
That's the best way to do it.
Really, they do. I believe that's the way most of them do it.
EHT now a 18-12 lead over Bridgeton with 2 minutes to go in the fourth quarter. First and 10 now for Kingsway at their own 28, 5:21 to play in the game. Mayers takes the shotgun snap, looking to throw. Airing it out deep, right sideline, and it is... Is that a catch?
Wow.
Yes, it is. What a catch by Odom.
Odom's a heck of an athlete, let me tell you. He's done it all tonight. They haven't been able to stop the Holy Spirit offense, but he's sure putting his mark on the game.
He's out of bounds at the Holy Spirit 47-yard line. It looked like he was way out of bounds. I don't know how he kept the foot in. What a catch. Now Mayers in the shotgun. Takes the snap. Jet sweep. This is Collins hitting the backfield. Trying to break away. He cannot drop near the 40-yard line. What a tackle From the Holy Spirit defense, Luke Spots in on the stop.
Yeah, it's a real good play, as you said, by Luke Spots there. He really held the edge, got a hold of him, and did not let go. And comes out of the game.
Nice little play there for Spots, the 5'6" senior right here on senior night. They'll give him forward. They actually gave Collins forward progress at the 43-yard line.
Pretty generous spot.
Yeah, it was 2nd and 20 from the 43 for Kingsway. Mayor's in the shotgun. We have 4.5 to go in the game. They trail 47-27. Mayors takes the snap. Handoff, right side. Van Morter hit immediately near the line of scrimmage. Goes nowhere. And it looks like he might have lost a yard as well. It'll be 3rd and 21 now for the Dragons.
Well, I tell you, coming up hard from the defensive safety position there at time was Francisco, as he came up and really stuck him at the line of scrimmage. As we see Spots come back into the ball game, they make a change.
Drinks will check out for him. Good job by Drinks. He's only a sophomore. 3:54 and counting to go in the ball game. Holy Spirit leads at 47-27. Mayer's out here in the shotgun. He's got Odom behind him. 2 receivers right. Now Odom will shift to the sidecar. Mayer takes the snap. He's going to swing one. That one's caught by Collins on the screen. Hit immediately at the 40-yard line. No chance.
It looked like they were running a play there, and he was going to pitch the ball, I do believe.
Some kind of trick play, maybe a hook and ladder.
To Odom. Odom was coming out of the thing, but they got to him too quickly. You saw Odom sort of dejectedly jog to the sideline after the play.
C.J. Egri again in on a tackle.
Well, yeah,
he's been over the field tonight, Egri.
Yeah,
he's the undersized defensive back, staying only at 5'6", the young junior.
I guess you punt the ball.
Laying the wood tonight.
Punt the ball for respect here because you don't have any fourth and.
You have a 4th 23 play.
23 play.
High snap for Mayers. He'll get it off. Another good punt. No one back there to return for Spirit. Let it bounce. Devin Lee, the closest one to it, and Kingsway will down it at the Spirit 35-yard line. We have 2:53 remaining in the ball game. Spirit up by 20, 47-27. And we'll see what the game plan is here for the Spartans, but I would assume here, Steve, they're just going to run the football the entire time and just run the clock out, as Kingsway knows they're up against it now. Under 3 minutes to go, down by 20.
Yeah, that would seem to be the prudent thing to do here.
Final score for you, Millville 36 over Atlantic City, 36-2.
36-2.
You don't see that score very often. Cohen in the shotgun, 1st and 10 from their own 35-yard line. He takes the snap. He's going to hand off to Gray to the left side. He's got some space up to the 40. He crosses the 45. Now to midfield. 45, 40. Gray run out of bounds inside the 40-yard line. Marked out at the 38-yard line. Elijah Gray, a huge first down for Holy Spirit, right in the Kingsway territory with 2:45 to go in the ball game.
I don't know how many yards he has tonight. He's got a ton.
I mean, too bad we don't have one of those stat broadcast things where you can track on the dime how many yards he has, but I would say they have well over 200 rushing yards combined tonight. 1st and 10 for Holy Spirit at the Kingsway 38-yard line. Cohen in the shotgun again. Gresham comes in motion right to left. Cohen takes it. Hands off left side. This is Gray up to the 35. Bouncing forward, and he'll get down to about the 30-yard line short of the sticks. It'll be 2nd and 2 now for Holy Spirit. Another good run by Gray.
Yeah, they're just padding the stats now, as you said, with 2:25 left in the game.
They're going to run this clock down. 2:15 to go. They're waiting on the play still. Spirit up 47-27. Ball at the Kingsway 30. And I don't know if anybody's checking out or they're just waiting on the play here.
Just a little stat that Tom Williams presented to us. The most TD passes in the game by a CAL quarterback is 5.
I don't think Cullen's going to be thrown again. And now we're going to get a whistle. We will get a timeout from Holy Spirit. So they wanted to drain some clock here. So we're down to 1:56 to go in the ball game. Holy Spirit leads Kingsway 47-27. They'll have 2nd and 2 after this timeout. And Steve, at this point, they might score again. They might run the clock out here, but either way, Holy Spirit on their way to a 4-3 record after tonight with this is a very impressive win. This was a game that they were rolling early, dominating. You thought they were going to run away with it, but then Kingsway answered, and because of that answer, Steve, it was 14-12. This is a game that could have gotten away from the Holy Spirit by Kingsway because of the momentum they had. At this point, they stayed strong, kept their heads level, and Spirit's going to walk out of here with a 3-score victory here tonight.
Twice they had, again, it was 27-21 Holy Spirit, and Kingsway had the ball with a chance to go ahead, and they came up big there too, as you said. So they have a couple times here where they really made defensive stands when they had to.
So we have Gavin Roman in the backfield for Holy Spirit, the substitution. He's the new running back. Cohen still the quarterback in the shotgun, 2nd and 2 from the 30. Takes the snap, handoff goes to Roman, bouncing around, crosses the 30, and he might have enough for a first down. We're going to wait on the signal.
It looks like he does, a young sophomore.
Little shifty freshman, Gavin Roman. 5'6", 140 pounds.
Eric Roman, his brother, is the sophomore.
And he is just short of the first down by inches, 3rd and inches now for Spirit at the 28 of Kingsway. Just about the 28. Cohen in the shotgun again. Takes the snap. Handoff goes to Roman. Cuts to his right. He's got some space to the 25. Roman going up to the 20, to the 15, to the 10, to the 5, and he's dropped at the 3. Great run by the freshman Gavin Roman. Almost punched it in. I think at this point with 1st and goal, they have 1:17 to go on the clock. It's going to depend here. I believe they're going to take a knee here out of respect, Steve. But or you never know. They might give Roman a touch. They might give Roman a carry here for a touchdown. I got victory formation here.
Yeah, victory formation.
And Roman's line up at the 12-yard line. And Cohen's out in the center. They're going to let this clock wind now. 1:05 and counting. Spirit up 47-27 as Roman nearly capped it off with his first touchdown of the season. Letting the clock wind here, down to 50. Cohen takes a snap, takes a knee, and I believe they have to run one more play. We'll see.
Classy move by Holy Spirit. A lot of teams would have tried to bang it in for the stats here. That's a classy move.
Yeah, particularly with a freshman running back who plays a lot of JV and gets in garbage time, but he nearly scored. But Roman has that. Roman has those runs for the highlight tape. Cohen will take one more knee. We're down to 26 seconds. Takes the snap. There's the knee, and that's going to do it. The clock continues to run down as the teams start to jog off the field. What a wild one here tonight at Ed Burns Stadium here in Absecon. You gotta love it. As the clock ticks down to all zeros, your final score here tonight, Holy Spirit 47, Kingsway 27. We will send it back to studio, and we will give you our Mad Dog Morgan Player of the Game when we come back. For Steve Parker, I am Nick Costco. We will be back after this. You have been listening to the Calvi Electric Game of the Week on 97.3 ESPN, produced by Prime Events in association with the Holy Spirit Fathers Club. Once again, your final score, Holy Spirit 47, Kingsway 27.
The Holy Spirit High School Fathers Club is holding a car raffle.
Come right back
Visit
to you.
HolySpiritHighSchool.com.